almost like he was content to tuck in behind Joey, but at the same time, you got to be careful. You got to be very strategic about not doing too much to break your momentum and allow somebody else to get in the lead as well.
The other aspect of that is you're using different spotters here. One spotter can't get the job done. 3 different spotters. That may have been an instance of, man, he just wasn't comfortable hearing that new spotter in his ear, didn't like what he said.
The guys also was getting here. We're actually watching the Echo Automotive. I know. I saw Bella too. Yeah.
That was better. Better than the last one. Keep your marks.
Kyle Busch in 11th, right behind teammate Christopher Bell, 6.5 behind Prix. And Chase Briscoe back in 13th. Had a lagging excursion. Watch the red car on the left. Come back.
Hey, it's on the paved part.
Chase Briscoe.
I've got a lot of racing to go.
So says his car owner, Tony Stewart.
Off the track, yep. Chase Briscoe off the track.
Locking the wheels up, getting into the corner. How about off the brake?
As I'm also listening in on the live feed.
Cars, once again, remind your drivers, all 4 tires on the non-track side of the road wide rumble strips. That's what results in the penalty coming through the SS.
I'm also listening in on the live feed. There's Kyle Larson in front of Chase Briscoe.
A 4-decade road racer in NASCAR. He's had to make a pass-through penalty. Pretty cool.
Chase Briscoe right behind Kyle Larson.
A lot of these drivers out here on this track today how to get this job done. Last year's winner here, Chase Elliott, back in 16th, Jamie Little.
Chase Elliott in 16th. There you have it.
Yes, it's kind of been a struggle since they unloaded here, Mike, on Saturday. I talked to his crew chief, Alan Gustafson.
Chase Elliott in 16th.
Just off. He said the steering wasn't right, my driver wasn't comfortable, so they made a couple of adjustments in that very
Daniel Suarez all in first.
They only got a handful
Finished
of laps.
15 laps in stage 1.
We're just going to go for it today. It's basically a test
How am I
session
not
for them
surprised?
to see what they need in the car.
This is a road course, so I don't expect much out of the road course.
Kyle Larson for a lap just to make sure he was hitting his marks and getting everything he could out of that car.
Same road course as last year too.
Out of a guy that's won so many road course races. And I
This
heard
road course is still new to the schedule. This road course is still new to the schedule. It's been added since last year. I gotta be honest.
But some tells me for this
Yeah, that's just me being honest right there.
Well, 2 big things. We've never raced here in the dry, and this is a brand new race car. First time we've road raced it.
I think there's just a lot of variables that everybody's trying to get used to. You're truly trying to make sure you learn the racetrack, and learning the race car is probably the biggest factor. There's so many things with what we mentioned early in the season of going from steering boxes to steering racks, larger brakes. You got all these different variables that are new to these guys that they're having to learn.
Let's check with Regan.
This is like a Formula 1 track I know of.
That these drivers are having to learn. You saw Chase Briscoe.
And I wasn't even expecting for this to be on the track schedule for NASCAR ever since last year. I'm like, wow, I wasn't even expecting that. And it just came on
pretty
there.
early to have the shifter being thick.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, most of the time,
This is a Formula 1 track, not a fucking NASCAR track.
Get better and don't fix themselves. So just hopefully.
Sorry.
With an old transmission, that's 2 levers, and you get them hung up. With this one, it's 1, so maybe no.
Kyle Busch in 12th place. We listen to him.
Car 11. I got no brakes, I got no turn, I got no drive.
Jeez,
Problem, Tony.
the language of Kyle
No
Busch.
brakes, no drive.
It's hard enough when one of those variables is out.
Language is Kyle
All
Busch,
3 of them that makes for a long day.
4 laps complete at Circuit of the
Disconnect
America.
from that.
Daniel Suarez from Monterrey, Mexico, has led the ball so far.
Welcome to the future.
Kyle Busch with that
Some
language.
assembly required.
Wow.
But if there's one thing this country has always embraced,
I actually got something
it's a
to show you.
challenge. And after almost 120 years of building for those challenges, we're taking the vehicles you know by name and making them electric. by revolutionizing the way they're
new
built
die
and
cast
where
I
they're
actually
assembled.
got
Not for the few,
for a collection.
but for the many.
For my number 3 collection. This is the racing. This is 1992 Racing Champions, made by Hasbro, of course. This was the die cast back then. This die cast has like this die cast. My big brother Thomas. Shout out to him. Shout out to my big brother Thomas. He gotten his die
Having a
cast.
5G phone that's not on T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing ice hockey. Using pools. Get out of the penalty box
It's not
with
only
5G coverage like this.
It's
T-Mobile
not
has
only-
more 5G bars in more places
Can't get
than
copyright.
anyone.
Anyways, this die cast not only did my big brother bought it for me,
T-Mobile, more
but it's from
5G
a
bars
collection
in more places.
in my
Another reason
daughter.
T-Mobile is the
This is
leader
my
in 5G.
daughter heart. Here, my number 3 collection. My number 3 Donhart / Austin Dillon gig over there. The little memorial for Donhart in the long live. That was number 3 for Austin Dillon. It was way over there. Way over there.
use more ways to say.
In the closet. This die cast I actually received. And this is while we're on commercial breaks, so I wanted to show y'all this die cast I actually received from my big brother. It's not only the best die cast I've ever received, but I just wish Hasbro can make these racing champions again. I just wish Hasbro could make a racing champions again. That way, just us race fans, us race fans can actually buy these racing champions again. We're off of commercial breaks, so I'm not going to talk anymore on that part about the die cast, but 10 to go already.
Texas Road Speedway. Benny Parsons got their first in 1981.
You guys didn't get this put together yet?
The most recent coming at Texas Motor Speedway in Fort Worth, 2019. Texas World was up in College Station, Texas, a racetrack that is no more. Well, the gap hasn't changed much. Blaney keeping Suarez in sight. About 1.3 seconds
No,
back.
time to go.
Tyler Reddick.
So far, it's been clean. I mean, I haven't had any cautions yet.
And waiting on Ryan Briscoe.
Haven't had any cautions yet.
Just in front of Chase Elliott. And we
So,
heard he was
I am
having
actually
issues
surprised.
with shifting. Larry McReynolds.
Yeah, Mike, let's go to our Ford Performance Cutaway car. That is a big change with this car this year. It is a 5-speed sequential shifter, not the 4-speed H pattern. And you pretty much, the lever is still to the right side of the driver, just like the old shifter was. But you just keep clicking it back, second, third, fourth, fifth. And there's a rod that goes through the firewall. Pretty simple process.
It's
through
a
the firewall
new
to the
stock
gearbox
car,
back
so I
there.
mean-
And of course now when they downshift, they just start clicking it forward. So a lot different from what we had the last time we were at a road course back in 2021.
That's what kind of scares me when I heard him talk about that sticking. You know, obviously you saw from that graphic that there's a couple places that have hinges where something like that, a stick would be, but more than likely, it's probably back there in the gearbox.
Yeah, in an area that you're not going to be able to fix today. So it's just the hope is that it just maintains.
I am
as it goes.
AFK trying to set my stuff up real quick. Wait for my
Well, let's bring in Jamie McMurray on the differences between
I'm not
shifting
setting up a
last
sim
year
rig,
with the
but
4-speed, this year with a 5-speed.
Yeah, Mike, you mentioned it.
It's
We've
like
got
setting-
one more gear. Last year, about 13 times for what we saw the guys shifting per lap. This year, with the extra gear that they have, 20 to 22 times you're going to see them
So
shifting.
while I'm setting
I
that
know Boyer's not
up,
real good at
I'm
math.
gonna
I
see
can't speak
if
for
I
Tony,
can
but that's about
show you
40%
guys
more that they're going to be shifting this year than last year.
Tony doesn't start counting those
at least
just
an
a million.
image for now.
I wish. Now, A.J. Allmendinger, yesterday's winner in the Xfinity Series, had to change a steering box and had to start start this race from the back.
I'm this good at math. He's passed 9 cars already, which is the biggest mover moving up through the field, McMurray. And also going back to, you see how easy that shift was? No worry about crossing the gate. Just like, and this is a good point to see. He won his Xfinity
He did
race
have the
yesterday,
pilot
Tony,
challenge,
with
but
the
then that's all
4-speed
gone.
transmission. Now, sequential gearbox
just
just
gonna show you
going
the
back and
schedule
forth.
for
The gearbox. The old days, those guys would have to
the
worry
thing
about, some guys put a pad underneath their gloves,
for the
some
whole
tape around there at times because you would have massive blisters
Select
from
Racing.
shifting so
I'm going to
much.
show you the
But
whole
with this
Select Racing
sequential
schedule.
gearbox, much easier to shift back and forth, just having to go,
That
literally
way I'm
back
setting
and
it
forth
kind of
up through the
stuff
gearbox
up.
and down.
No missed shifts
So
and
if
no
you hear any
money
noise,
shifts
but
going from third to fourth
I
and
set
second
everything
and
all up.
Exactly, and that's the benefit to it. That's
Forget.
what saves our hands. The hardest part, as you know, was making sure that when the H pattern was first was up, second down, then second to third was out, over and back up. So that left and right of making sure, like you mentioned, the gates, that was the big thing. The sequential shifters way easier on these guys. It's just for these guys that have been old school racers for a long time, of reminding them.
This is the schedule for the Select Racing, to say the least. Not only that's the schedule for the Select Racing, but that's the schedule for my racing season since I'm part of the GCD AM. They changed it up from the Pilot Challenge over to the GCD AM. Don't get why, but it is what it is. So now, the image, and there we go.
Following along right there, man, a lot of people ask all weekend long, we kind of talked about it. Why do they have windshield wipers on for every day? And the truth is, there's some
crap.
justification there.
Sit all the way
With the
back.
size of those windshield wipers these days.
Oh,
There's
y'all
some
can
aero advantages, huh?
Well, it's still mandatory. No matter how good the day is, they are mandatory at all those
Let's
course
see.
races. But you're right. I think
Yeah, Daniel Suarez might win stage 1.
always looking for every area that we can.
Daniel Suarez might win stage 1.
Or give us a little bit.
He
of
might have it in the bag.
So
Unless the caution comes out.
every circumstance.
Austin Cindric on 6 spots since the start of this race.
Caution. I don't know. No caution yet. I'm actually surprised. No caution yet.
Look for him to be there at the end of this race.
He started out in
There's
Bend,
literally no caution yet.
running at Charlotte on what is
Plus,
now
I have a chair all set up with my
Riding along
desk.
with him too. Listen to how strenuous this car is.
I mean, it's not a bad desk.
On the engine. Just always
I just would recommend. I just want to have a steering wheel with it.
a lot of RPM at this track.
The car mat, I don't mind. Even though it's Michelin, I don't mind Michelin. Because it's like the IMSA
from where he
tires.
And Blaney is making
So-
some inroads on Daniel Suarez lead.
He sure is. He cut about 14.
The IMSA tires we're using.
None of these guys ran this many laps yesterday. The total amount of time that they had for practice and qualifying, they barely ran 12 laps I think total yesterday. So this is their first opportunity to really understand how much the tires fall off.
This is so fucking pretty.
And going along that thought, I'm super impressed with how consistent the laps of these guys are running. Daniel Suarez within a tenth or so, and even Blaney right on his heels.
Alright.
Within a tenth of a lap, every single lap. Very, very consistent. Asking a lot out of a track with Tory Forge.
I'll make sure I clean out my room
Daniel
after
Suarez
this.
is
Or
led
I'll
every
make sure I
lap so
clean out my
far.
desk
You box side
after
by
this.
side.
Probably hang this up. I actually made a
We
new,
love our new apartment,
Great kitchen.
I guess
open
for
floor plan.
summer.
but there's not much privacy.
I probably show you. 7 to go.
What happened to your wall?
At least Geico makes bundling our renters and car insurance easy.
That'll save us a ton. What's on this chicken?
Paprika.
7 to go in this race. I cannot. Daniel Suarez probably might win.
Bundling made easy. Go to geico.com. The race.
Alex Bowman still in 5th?
Camping. It's all just bigger in Talladega. And with a doubleheader on Saturday and the premiere of the next gen
7 to
cars
go, I
on Sunday,
guess.
it's just gonna keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Unless top 5 changes, I don't know.
NASCAR's biggest and baddest track is back.
You know, Suarez is in 1st. I'm surprised. Alex Bowman's still in 5th.
The largest gig
Which
speed
I'm surprised
network.
about that
So
too.
fast, it's game on for the whole house. Okay, you spent way too much time rehearsing that. The champ here, his gig speeds run on can't catch me Wi-Fi.
Okay, that's fast.
Fast? Let's leave them in the dust fast.
Nice, Noah, but we're talking about Xfinity X5.
No,
It's fast
Gregson.
like take home the checkered flag fast. Can your internet do that?
Xfinity Premier sponsor.
I found the tow truck. We have to take down the security.
Oh, look!
Right through the store.
NASCAR Truck Series.
Which one is it? Securing the package now. Seriously? Guys, abort mission? Get your helmets. You guys are gonna love this thing. I told you we should have just called them.
6 to go in stage 1. I'm surprised how clean this is so far. This is such a clean race so far. I'm not even gonna lie. Why? I do not know why. But it is literally a clean race so far.
Reggie Miller wants a baconator.
And
He wants it now.
Breakfast baconator for Reggie.
Ew, Flores is still in first. How? I do not know how.
Fast food, baby.
Oh, we gotta spin.
Choose Wendy's. Official breakfast.
We gotta
of
spin.
In NASCAR, the journey begins with one single
Cowboy
start.
fun.
Turn, bump, win, and celebration.
Come on, where's the caution, dude? Where's the caution?
Well, turn 12 was the temporary undoing of Kyle Busch there. With
No-
a spin.
no caution?
Braking at the end of that long straightaway.
You heard him just before, just a little bit ago.
No caution, really?
Couldn't get stopped. Braking was an issue.
How am I surprised this is so far clean? How am I surprised this is so far clean? No race has never gone clean, even out of road course like this. Oh yeah, no. Contact with Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch.
That wasn't a downshift problem. It wasn't a brakes problem. It was got a little push from behind.
Little help.
God. Well, I mean,
Kyle has recovered.
hey,
He is now
you know,
37th.
Kyle Busch can get back up with the Toyota.
Got dive-bombed on the green-white checker.
I feel for Kyle Busch right now.
Not only did he not win, he didn't even finish second. I mean, his 3-wide pushed him out, opened the door for Zane Smith.
Joey Hand started out back. He has gained 10 positions.
This is a good connection, so don't blame me.
And we're hearing over the radios a report of the Hendrick cars perhaps having overheating issues.
The Hendrick cars. Oh, Joey Hand is a 2011 American Le Mans Series
Forward. He's in fourth
champion.
place
What?
after starting 10th, Jamie.
Okay.
Yeah, Mike, you guys were talking about
You got a Le
Austin
Mans
and just all
Series
the work that he's
champion
done. I mean,
in
he's
this
only
race.
23 years old. He's raced
You got
all
an
over the
endurance
world.
racing
We're talking
champion.
with Jeremy Mullins. He told me that
Oh,
his strength, how
God.
good he is
Joey
around these
Hand.
types of
Whoever
tracks.
knows
So
that
guys,
name,
a little note, back in
whoever
2000,
doesn't know that name, you must not watch endurance. Whoever watches, whoever knows who Joey Hand is, congrats to you. You watch endurance. I love endurance. Don't get me wrong. Endurance races, those are pretty good. It's just because I do select racing, and select racing is an endurance thing for the fucking
Now you still have a chance to win
thing.
$10,000
Like you get what I'm saying, honestly.
Super 6. It is free to
You
play.
watched my videos. Select racing used to be NASCAR, but now all of a sudden it's
And enter your picks about
is now all of a
today's race
sudden
for a free shot at the
endurance, like
Didn't have
IMSA.
one winner last weekend. Looking forward to seeing who can come take my
I don't
money.
blame them to switch over to this IMSA.
Super 6. Lock that out. Let's go.
Free to play.
Free to pay, baby.
Take your chance.
And I do want to say to replace NASCAR with Formula One.
4 laps to go in stage 1. Today's stages.
They replaced NASCAR again. I mean,
38 laps.
it's stupid. And they always replace NASCAR like that.
Regan.
Make NASCAR out of the equation. They were supposed to have a 2001 season with the NASCAR Cup Series, and then they all of a sudden just said, you know what, we're replacing NASCAR with Formula 1. It's just stupid. Because I was going to be the number 29 car. I was going to be the number 29 car in NASCAR for the races. And start racing.
Down to turn 11. 11th place, Chase Elliott.
Oh, 11th place, Chase Elliott passes up. Or, no, wait, he didn't pass up. What am I saying? 4 to go in stage 1.
So we have another lap before that happens.
Yes, there's a change, finally.
They close pit road, you're going to have to come this lap. If you're up there near
Alex Bowman would be in 4th now. That is surprising. There they go. Oh, did someone actually go off the track? Was that Chris Brisher that went off the track a little bit?
Is near as crucial here on the road course as it is on the ovals because you have so many opportunities to make good, clean passes. And the field's going to string out just enough.
I mean, is that how everybody's going? Like going off the track and just going I don't know. This is a road course, so I don't have any expectations for a road course. Other than it being a good, clean race. I'm actually surprised how it's a good, clean race so far. Alex Bowman 4th, Austin Cindric 3rd. Alex Bowman's going to see if he can try to pass him up, but I don't know, man. And pit stops already. Pit stops already, huh? Now that is surprising. I wonder how many they're taking. They're taking 4s, it looks like. They're taking all 4s.
So Larry, remind us, what's the benefit of stopping now?
Well, what will happen, Mike, you have to stop at least one time in these first 2 stages because that's 30 laps and that's beyond the fuel window.
I'm actually surprised. They actually stopped. They actually did a pit stop just now.
You can stay out. Everybody that pits during the stage, you gain all that track position. Again, it's what we call
3 to go in stage 1. No, it looks like 2. No, not yet.
13 so far as he crosses the stripe, 1.3 ahead of Ryan Blake.
Okay, yeah, no, Alex Bowman just passed up Austin Cindric.
Alex Bowman now in 3rd place.
And, God, yeah. Daniel Suarez had all of his laps led. I don't know how I'm not surprised when I'm not surprised at all. Is that's like a team owned by Pitbull. Yes, the Pitbull. The guy that seems or whatever. I don't know how do you put it, but he actually owns a team called Trackhouse.
Here he comes.
There goes Austin Cindric into the pits. What's up? Love you too, Thomas. And into the pits they go. Into the pits Austin Cindric goes. There's 4 more, I believe. Ross Chastain, Cole Custer, Tyler Reddick, and I believe Austin Cindric, Cole Custer, Ross Chastain, and Tyler Reddick. So there is 4 more. I did not pay attention to that.
The rear tires a little bit too much in that race car. In particular, the turns 13 to 20.
Cal Larson in 5th, Joey Logano in 4th. Alex Bowman in 3rd, Ryan Blaney in 12th, and Daniel Suarez in 1st. And Daniel Suarez led every lap in stage 1. How am I not surprised he actually leds every lap in stage 1? Well, no, that is actually surprising. Whenever you take a look at it, depending on how you take a look at it.
You're going to be talking about not
Because Daniel Suarez never won a stage, nor did he ever won a race. So I kind of want to see him win this race. I do want to see him win this race.
Next to their name on the pylon were the drivers who have not yet pitted. And they go down to Harrison Burton in ninth, along with Stenhouse, Keselowski, Malicki, and Cody
I
Ware.
gotta change this up real
And
quick.
Andy Lally. Those drivers have not made an appearance on pit road.
Because of the lack of fall off, the good thing is whether you have a pit with 3 to go or 2 to go in the stage, it's not such a drama because without tire fall off, you're just pitting a lap earlier basically. Right?
Oh, that would be an uncontrolled tire as it rolls off into the next pit.
And it didn't really look.
I don't really get why, but this is so far getting good. Well, not, I don't know, Daniel Suarez won every lap, and I'm like, holy crap, did Daniel Suarez really lead every lap in this race? Which, this is actually interesting.
And you see the gap from Daniel Suarez.
Because you did not even see this dude, the number 99, ever led a lap in this race. Ever since Daniel Suarez actually driven the car, and now he's leading laps.
He has about 2 seconds on top.
And this is a road course, so whew, buddy. A road course like this. Final lap in stage 1. Daniel Suarez might win the stage win. Yeah, he might get a stage win. If he get a stage win, Daniel Suarez probably might get a stage win.
I mean, we're 6 races in. I'm considering them established.
You know, he gets a stage win. He gets a stage win. Yep. There goes the stage win. Yep, Ryan Blaney would have had him if he had enough speed.
That's right, cowboy. Good job.
Ryan Blaney would have had him if he had enough speed. Ryan Blaney would have had him if he had enough speed. But, Daniel Suarez actually won stage 1.
It is his special day today, outside of Darlington, South Carolina.
Wow.
Those tires talking to you.
You think that's that sidewall? You know, stupid sidewall and the tire.
This is the final lap. Daniel Suarez probably might have gotten his first stage win. His first stage win to be exact. Yup. There's a green and white checker flag.
Daniel Suarez has the second stage win of his career.
If he actually wins this race, I would be surprised. Because Daniel Suarez never won a race before. Well, other than the Xfinity races and the Truck Series races, but not the Cup Series races. He's never won a Cup Series race, ever. So this would be a good chance to actually win in a Cup Series race. About once. I don't know.
Okay, snacks and popcorn are going to be expensive. Let's just accept that. Going to the movies can be a lot for young homeowners turning into their parents.
Bathrooms, even if you don't have to go.
We all know where the bathroom is and how to use it. Okay?
You know, the Stevensons told me they save money bundling their boat insurance with Progressive.
No one knows who those people are. It can be painful.
And here comes, there's an extra secret here.
No. You don't need a coat hanger.
Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you bundle home auto and more with us.
No one who made the movies here.
I'm the actor.
You don't belong with those LA folks. They're a bunch of fascist hippies.
You think you're gonna be the next John Wayne?
Get yourself a marvelous mop.
There's a man going around. Place you told me you believe in me.
Your son is about to make a huge mistake.
I'm gonna be a priest.
For Halloween.
When no one else cares, God does. He ain't giving up on you. Don't you dare go giving up on yourself. Father Stew, exclusively in movie theaters April 13th, rated R.
No matter what you do, who you are, or how much money you earn, When it comes to doing taxes, don't go it alone. Jackson Hewitt Tax Pros will make certain that you don't miss out on a single deduction. Get the biggest refund you deserve at Jackson Hewitt.
On the front lines, every detail is critical and every second counts. That's why Verizon Frontline is built for 5G to help enhance situational awareness and improve crisis response. Verizon Frontline, the advanced network and technology for first responders.
Whenever you crack open a bush light, the mountain starts singing.
It's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you.
What is going on?
Hit it, Giant Kenny G.
So smooth.
And for the mountains of bush light here.
You finally fixed that transmission, but you have all of these to go. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
For March Madness, the Dave single is just a buck in the Wendy's app. Reg!
Lunchtime, baby.
Lunchtime indeed, Reg.
Gino, how didn't you see Dave's single for just a buck in the app? Shoes-wise, shoes wings.
NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Save when you bundle auto, home, or motorcycle insurance. And by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR. 15 laps in the books at the end of stage one, a caution-free stage, in which Daniel Suarez led every lap from Ryan Blaney, Alex Bowman, Joey Logano, and Kyle Larson. All the top 10 that you see got stage points, and the only one of those that has been to pit road is Austin Cindric in 10th. Joey Hand there among those that made pit stops toward the end of the first stage. In 32nd, A.J. Allmendinger in 19th after making his stop, and Kurt Busch 22nd. And there's 10th place Cindric. It hit 92 here yesterday, and I think we're headed there again. 92 degrees, that is.
Well, boys, if you can see the way I look underneath this suit, I was set up by the pool a little too long. Look like a lobster.
All right, guys, if we see one of those leaders stay out that hadn't pitted, they're going to stay out. They're going to do this race on 2 stops. Jamie Little.
Kyle Larson in his pit box said he's lacking some side bite. They're going to try to help that by adding air pressure in the rear tires. 4-tire stop here. His teammate Chase Elliott says, my car does exactly what I wanted to do when I wanted to. I just need to get myself in a rhythm. 4 tires here, Regan.
Alex Bowman in the 48 keeps that race car to take off a little bit faster and better. Doing some front turn. The 12 car of Ryan Blaney right now, 2 loose, no drive off with that race car. And the 99 of Daniel Suarez, pretty good. Just a little bit free with the back of the car.
Daniel Suarez leads your Ram race off pit road. Alex Bowman gains a spot, and Chase Elliott picks up 4. That's pretty good. And to Larry's point, none of the drivers who didn't stop earlier didn't stop now.
Style, huh? Daniel Suarez. Amigo, it's Boyer up in the Fox Sports booth. You got me up here? Man, stage 1 winner. Holy cow, you've got some speed in that hot rod. What are you going to have to do to bring a win and deliver a happy birthday to your boss today?
What's up, amigo? It's early the race. We have a speed. We have to keep up with the track, making some couple adjustments. We already decided to get some stage points, and we lost some track position. But as you were talking about, that we're going to be able to pass some cars here.
NASCAR's already back on.
On the show for you guys. Let's see what we
At
got.
Texas
All right, buddy. We'll
competition.
get up through 'em.
It's not even a competition caution, but
Daniel
we're
Suarez,
on
after
caution
pit
though.
stops, will restart, I believe, 20th. We'll check that when we come back. But Suarez is your stage one winner.
My A1C stayed here. It needed to be here.
Ruby's A1C is down with Rebelsis. My A1C wasn't at goal. Now I'm down with Rebelsis.
Long's A1C is down with Rebelsis.
In a clinical study, once daily Rebelsis significantly lowered A1C better than a leading branded pill. Rebelsis isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't take Rebelsis if you or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or have multiple endocrine neoplasia syndrome type 2 or if allergic to it. Stop Rebelsis and get medical help right away if you get a lump or swelling in your neck, severe stomach pain, or allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Taking Rebelsis with a sulfonylurea or insulin increases low blood sugar risk. Side effects like nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems.
Need to get your A1C down?
Ask your healthcare provider about Rebelsis today.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you line. Liberty Bibbity. Liberty Mutual. Are we married to Mutual? Only pay for what you need.
Yo, what's up? What? Alright. I'll check your room.
Banner's the official tractor of tough, right, Chase? Put me down now. What? You want to go higher? I said down, you old goat. I am the goat.
The official tractor of tough and Stewart Haas Racing.
Put me down.
My advice in this one very specific case is to definitely put all your Reese's eggs in one basket. And that your basket be enormous. Oh, and that your basket have wheels, so you can roll it around from place to place.
Sandwiches shouldn't come from a tanning salon. They should be served straight from the fryer and piping hot. That's Kentucky Fried to order. KFC, it's really looking good.
eBay Motors, they have all the right parts at the right prices. Whether I'm on 2 wheels, 4 wheels, or no wheels. Let's ride.
I love you.
Lights are out atop the safety car. Road course racing.
Love you, big bro. Love you. Have a good day. Have a good day, big bro. I love you. Fucking fat ass. I can barely even
Come to
fit
the
in
Geico
this.
restart zone to begin stage number 2. Drivers who stopped at lap 12 and 13, beginning with Austin Cedric and Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain and Cole Custer. Lead them back to green. Here they come.
Woo! Sorry about that, guys. My brother actually told me he and my cat's playing with. Alright, guys. The other cat. Or the kitten, basically. Yeah. We're back green. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. Whoa. I do not know which is. Oh, yeah. No, flat tire, flat tire, flat tire, flat tire. Flat tire, dude. Oh, God. That was a huge pile up. Austin's interesting. The lead. Dude. Oh, God. Stage 2 is underway. Kyle Larson spun out. Yeah, Kyle Larson spun out. And there go. Oh my goodness. Yeah, oh wow. They're racing hard. Ross Chastain gonna try to pass him up. And Ross Chastain did. Side by side. Over to, oh god. side by side, and Austin Cindric passes him up. Tyler Reddick coming into second for Ross Chastain. No, Tyler Reddick says, nope, you cannot get your place back. This is my place. And then Ross Chastain says, nope, this is my place, boy. My home, my place, dude. But then they're fighting side by side. They're fighting side by side. Austin Cindric now separated from Tyler Reddick and Ross Chastain. You know, Austin Cindric actually has a separation between them. Now Tyler Reddick Ross Chastain passes him up yet again. And pass for second. Ross Chastain passes Tyler Reddick for second. And Denny Hamlin says, I want to join in on this. As Denny Hamlin passes his Tyler Reddick up. And Tyler Reddick falls back to fourth. Denny Hamlin in third. Ross Chastain in second. You know, that was a huge pile up. I cannot believe that was oh, wow, yeah, no, that was a huge pile up. There would have been a caution right there, dude. I don't know if there would have been a caution or not, but my God.
Calamity corner.
Yeah, no, that's what you call Calamity Corner.
Very unfortunate for your stage 1 winner.
Oh, God.
Oh, now he couldn't get it stopped in his pit box, had to back up.
Couldn't have it stopped in his pit box.
The track
Jeez.
is so long and the lap time is so long that he did
Austin Cindric still in first. Ross Chastain gonna see if he could catch up to Austin Cindric. Tyler Reddick back in third, passing up of Denny Hamlin.
One lap down. So plenty of time to make this back up.
I believe Daniel Suarez is a lap down or two. A lap or two down. He can make those up. Tyler Reddick. Yeah, no, Tyler Reddick already passed him up. Now he's trying to make a separation between him and Hamlin. AJ Allmendinger passes up Cole Custer. Your William Byron passes up AJ Allmendinger, and Cole Custer passes up William Byron. And oh my goodness.
He wants to win here.
AJ Allmendinger trying to catch up to Denny Hamlin, and as he passed up Cole Custer yet again. Denny Hamlin in fourth, as AJ Allmendinger probably might try to pass him up. He probably might do this attempt to pass him up.
Ross Chastain closing in on Austin Cindric, your race leader.
Oh my goodness, Ross Chastain in closing up on Austin Cindric. You heard it. Austin Cindric's in trouble with Ross Chastain trying to catch up to him. So this is a good race so far. So far, clean and good race. I am not even gonna lie, but
to be proud of.
I actually love this race so far.
JD Power's #1 brand in new vehicle quality.
Right now, during Ram
Just
Truck
don't know how long
Month,
it's
get
gonna
0%
take for this
financing
race
for
to
72
actually
months on the 2022 Ram
you go
1500
for
Bighorn.
this race. Probably might go for any.
At USAA,
I don't know.
too exclusive. We were
Right
created
now,
for all.
one thing.
But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who honorably serve. No matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73. And even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably serve and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
Catch all that. We'll get ready for this. I am Full Throttle. I am NASCAR.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Get low financing on RAV4 and the 40 MPG RAV4 Hybrid.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places. Lake Tahoe is a national treasure and one of the clearest lakes in the world. To preserve our iconic lake, Tahoe Blue Vodka has donated $100,000 to cleanup efforts, leading to the removal of over 20,000 pounds of debris. Tahoe Blue has made a difference, and so can you.
Everyone's a multitasker these days. And with supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity, your internet can multitask too. It's got gig speeds to the most homes, advanced security that blocks billions of cyber threats, and enough power for a house full of devices. Plus, when you get Xfinity internet and mobile together, you can save hundreds off your wireless bill compared to T-Mobile. It's for you.
Learn more about gig speed Wi-Fi or get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months. Click, call, or visit a store today.
More than $15 million in scholarships and grants. That's how much Universal Technical Institute is making available this year to those who qualify. Let us show you jobs in demand. Visit uti.edu to learn about scholarship opportunities.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Get low financing on Camry or $500 cash back when you finance with Toyota on the all-new Corolla Cross.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Fox 40 News in the morning, bringing you news that matters.
The USFL is just 20 days away. The inaugural game has the New Jersey Generals taking on the Birmingham Stallions in prime time on Fox and NBC. Coaches and players are in place at Birmingham and getting ready. Skip Holtz versus Mike Riley, the coaching matchup on April 16th on Fox and NBC. Austin Cindric leading here at Circuit of the Americas outside Austin, Texas. Ross Chastain 3/4 of a second back. Tyler Reddick and A.J. Allmendinger has passed Denny Hamlin for 4th place. Michael McDowell shortcutting the course in the SS Speedway past 3,000. Jamie Little.
And Kyle Larson, one of those that spun, very painful for him. He's back in 32nd right now. Brooke Daniels is preaching him on the radio and said, that's all right, take care of your car. We're going to have to change up our strategy here. They also warned him about what he's doing in the S's.
Remember, because you are the fastest car to the S's, and I'm not making that up, you've got to be responsible for their incidents. And just saying, hey, just be careful because we're right at the edge. We have no reason to push it at this point. There's so much race.
Kyle Larson inside of Kurt Busch and makes the pass.
Yeah, you heard me talk about it. Listen to these in-cars of how they're bringing those engines out, just, constantly almost borderlining the chip up through or down through the S's, and a lot of parts over the stadium section of this racetrack. So just trying to back off of those RPMs a little bit, I think the temperature in the engines.
And a lot of that's dependent on if you're in traffic too. If you're following somebody, you don't have a
Can't afford to do it, or being followed, trying to hold somebody off, But if you're out making lap times, a lot of times, honestly, you can shift into that third gear. Momentum is being faster yet, not even trying.
Kyle Busch on the way back after a spin caused by contact from Chase Elliott. He was in 10th, but Eric Jones,
Oh God.
cars who started out back.
So it took me a while, but I'm back. Sorry that took me a while. Just going AFK and I went AFK for like a while and I think to check what was going on next to where my door was actually, or my wall was actually knocking. And greatly injured me, and apparently my brother's eating me. So, oh my God, what did I even miss? What did I even miss, dude? Holy crap.
He is in 38th. He is still on the lead lap, and his last lap was just as fast as race leader Austin Cindric.
What did I even miss? A whole lot to catch up to
So Daniels heading down toward turn 11. As the leader,
I don't even know what I missed.
as you see in our track map at the top.
You said David Suarez is fast. His teammate Ross Chastain, fastest lap of the race. And in the 13-second bracket, fast lap out of his teammate Ross Chastain as well. So frustrating for Daniel Suarez. He's gonna have to be patient. That caution will come. You get a chance to re-rack, get reorganized, get tires, reestablish in this race, make some passes, maybe some strategy, and get yourself back in.
Here are your leaders. Out of the hairpin, turn 11, 160 miles an hour, and the only place you hit fifth gear on these cars, right here.
Showing me AFK for quite a while.
That makes it so challenging getting into turn 12 to make
Oh, wait, hold on. Give me a sec. It's not even live.
get that thing slowed down, getting back down through the gearbox.
There we go.
100 and some
I should be
miles an hour,
live again.
45 in first gear.
Last week's winner,
8 to go in stage 2. I do not know what I missed, but whatever happened, I didn't know what even happened, or how that even happened. But if anything happened, please let me know. I'd like to know right now.
That's that section, and even on our shifting map that we had, there's a little piece there, if you go back and look at that was shifting your third gear. He's saying a lot of those fast cars.
Now, originally I was planning on doing the COTA race for NASCAR Turn 1 Ignition's career mode, but I kind of zoned out and I actually did my fucking. I actually did hit ends instead at Daytona, due to the fact that
some of these guys in this section stay in second gear. To your point of as drivers,
it's due to the fact that I fucking forgot it was supposed to be race day for my career mode, and I forgot about it. So I mean, I'm recording a video right now for a reaction just to make up for it, but I'm doing a reaction just to make up for it. But what I can say is that what I can say is that I actually forgot about the COTA race yesterday, so I'm making up for it right now.
And we have Cody Ware and Laura.
I know it's my career mode, so I can't blame myself for that. I can't blame myself for that. I'm actually doing the real life race. I'm actually watching the real life race. Kind of looks like Tyler Reddick is in 4th. Tyler Reddick is so far in 4th. So I don't know if he's gonna pass up AJ Allmendinger, but. Off the track, misses the corner. Kind of figured that would happen to Chris Buescher. Kevin Harvick trying to keep up with Kyle Busch. Chase Elliott, Chris Buescher, Kevin Harvick, Chris Buescher, and Chase Elliott, all behind Kyle Busch, as well as Joey Hand. I think that's how you pronounce it, Joey Hand.
That green-white car in 6th place, Jamie.
Yes, Mike, it's been a smooth day for
Cole Custer.
Cole Custer had his best ever qualifying start today, started 3rd, and he credits a lot of that to running in the
Cole Custer in 6th place.
Sure, not a lot transfers, but he said just getting his rhythm back on a road course was a huge help to him. He finished 3rd. And right now, Tony, he's your best running car. So far, so good.
And I was super impressed yesterday. When we watched the practice sessions, he was up to speed.
Will he be behind Cole Custer? Will he be behind Cole Custer? William Byron.
Very consistent laps. Hasn't been flashy being the top of the motorcycle.
Holy crap.
He's been super consistent up front all weekend.
Lester in sixth place.
Ross Chastain's still in second. Austin Cindric still in first.
Side by side.
And here we go with commercial break yet again.
When you step into a new day,
I mean, at least it's side by side so I can see what's going on.
committed, willing to take on whatever's asked of you. That new day is yours to own, yours to shape, and yours to be proud of. Ram, J.D. Power's number one brand in vehicle quality.
In stage 2.
Right now, during Ram Truck Month, get 0% financing for 72 months on the 2022 Ram 1500 Bighorn. Catch all that.
I'm ready to rip somebody's freaking head off.
Or that. Well, get ready for this, and a whole lot of this. I am Full Throttle. I am NASCAR.
Oh, there's my little nephew. He looks more like Dad every time I see him. Dad is old. Right. So your message said you wanted to talk about insurance? I said I want you to talk about insurance. Well, most people know that bundling home and auto saves you money. Keep saying your words. But did you know that new customers who bundle and save with Progressive can save an average of $800? Sleeping baby. I love you too.
Forensics were the case. But without the science, I don't think he might have ever been caught.
When a man commits a crime, God will find a witness.
Forensic Files, streaming now, part of All American Justice on Fox Nation.
April 9th, it's time for the next chapter in an age-old rivalry. It's time.
Ryan Blaney.
Red Sox and Yankees. April 9th on FS1.
Who's Ryan Blaney?
For great views, go to Kansas. For unforgettable views, go to Kansas Speedway. Get your tickets today at Kansas Speedway.
Okay, Justin Haley is who Ryan Blaney is behind. And now we are back off of commercial. Back off of commercial, and now Austin Cindric. Stone first, I do not understand why.
Larry, too soon for our subway rank combination? Never too soon, Mike. And it's going to actually be Ross Chastain, his crew chief Phil Surgeon, in this #1 team. This is their second season together.
Ross Chastain trying to keep up with Austin Cindric. Austin Cindric having a good car, to say the least. 5 to go in this race. Gary's in Andrew's room. Cat box is right here. Well, my cat box, but there's another cat box in Andrew's room. Hard to go in this race.
It might be the right combination, but don't look too far for that combination. There's another Sanders unit coming. I'm telling you, the 16 of A.J. Allmendinger is catching these boys in a hurry, picking them up and putting them down.
16 of us. A.J. Allmendinger.
Leaders know he's coming also. I bet the spotters
I don't know, will he ever catch up and win again? I mean, that's a good question.
So they can take care of the cars. They've got a great
That is honestly a good question.
They cannot get comfortable thinking they're doing it right now.
Which is exactly what he wants. He wants those guys up there battling door to door, can't get through the corner, slows their lap times down. You'll be right there for the
Come on, AJ. You can win this again, bud.
What's the difference between the way you drove?
4 to go. This race, I'm having this itchy nose. I'm having an itchy nose. I don't know why.
What you're wanting in key areas on the racetrack, it doesn't have to be perfect for all 20 corners, but it has to be very comfortable.
AJ Allmendinger trying to catch up to Ross Chastain and Austin Cindric. I don't know if Austin Cindric will win.
We're going to make and break time. That's what you got to work on, and if you can get it there, then you can relax.
I do not know if Austin Cindric's going to win. But if Austin Cindric wins, I would. This would be his second win, his second Cup Series win. But in the #2, oh, well here we go. Ross Chastain finally caught up to Austin Cindric, but now Austin Cindric makes a gap between him and Austin Cindric. Austin Cindric makes a gap between himself and Ross Chastain. So that is
see this race flip-flop again, Larry.
I'm actually surprised. Ooh. Wait till Ross Chastain passes him up. Then you'll see what I mean.
Let's see how many of those come in before the green and white checkers wave for stage 2.
Oh, tire smoke. Before they go in stage 2.
The crazy thing, being inside the car like that, you didn't even realize your heart rate's that high. You feel like you're in control, you're comfortable, you're in a rhythm, and you feel like you're relaxed. And then we get to look at the monitor here and look at the beats per minute and go, yeah, that's a workout.
Now, Tony, hang on just a second. There's
Holy
nobody
crap.
listening that's ever seen you. There's no way if we had a heart rate monitor on you back in the
Austin
day,
Cindric
that was going that hard.
knows what he's doing, dude.
I don't know if I wanted to
Austin Cindric knows what he's doing.
Somehow we tell you now. All right.
Oh, we got some takers for pit road. Got some takers for pit road.
Pit road getting kind of busy here.
Martin Truex Jr. on pit road. Chase Elliott on pit road. Kyle Larson on pit road.
Had a pretty good car today. He said it's not bad just struggling with the front early on, but it's okay.
Christopher Bell on pit road.
Four tires, he is down and away.
So again, the field pretty well
Chris
split
Busch, I
in
believe,
half
on pit
those
road.
who will
Todd
start
Gilliland
here
on pit road.
and those who will wait and stop at stage end.
Eric Jones was on pit road. Alex Bowman as well.
One of Clint's questions for
Chase Briscoe as well.
$10,000. Where will our pole sitter as the lead changes? Will the lead change if it happens here? Nope, Chastain with a run. He was side by side, didn't get it. Where's Ryan Blaney, our pole sitter, going to be at the end of stage 2? He is currently 10th.
He's currently 10th. I was right. I was probably wrong. Yeah. I did not know yet, but we'll see where he lands. We'll see where he lands. In fact, I'm going to see
This was coming into turn 11.
if I got this right.
Down the hill. You can see it all under braking.
Let's see if I got one of the questions right. So
Doesn't
at
get
least.
himself in a bad position.
It's
Where
currently
he's locking
10th,
the left front
isn't
up because he's having to
I don't know if I picked 10th or not. 10th or higher than that.
Side by side.
Probably might have gotten that wrong, but shit.
He got him this time. Finally got position on him. And he gets crossover.
Chastain with the inside line, and they're going to pit. They're going to pit. Ha ha! Wow! You know, pit road speed limit is yellow line to yellow line, and they came in there pretty hot. Jamie.
An exciting battle all the way in, and as you see, Austin Cindric in the number 1 pit box. There are 4 tire stops. They made an air pressure adjustment to help him out, but he has been quiet all day. Regan.
Ross Chastain continuing to flex muscle on all types of racetracks. That race car right now loses drive, meaning when he gets on the gas, it spins the rear tires just a little too much as the runs go on. And the 16
It doesn't say that.
Now they fixed the forward drive on that car last stop. He likes the change they're making. He needs it to grip better in the rear from the corners.
Some drivers who did not pit include Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, Joey Logano, and Ryan Blaney. They are the leaders. And 2 to go in stage 1. Stage 2, rather. William Byron, too fast entering pit road. He will go tail end of the field for stage 3.
We talked about you don't want to go to the back. You don't want to have to try to fight your way through. When it comes to the flip-flopping of do you pit, do you run out, get the stage points, at the end of stage 2 on a road course, I want to have that track position. I don't want to have to come from the back.
Absolutely.
Stage 1, you don't mind giving it up to get the points, but absolutely at the stage 2, you want it.
So Christopher Bell was the only Gibbs car to come in there. So here are your Toyota top performers. Denny Hamlin and Kyle Busch 1 and 2. Bubba Wallace in 10th. Kurt Busch in 17th. Bell and Truex came in there 20th and 22nd. They both pitted.
Oh, wait.
They are 17.
God.
The leader. And Hamlin, we talked about it, deep into points, needs stage points, needs something to dig himself out of. You know, take him wherever you can get him. And this stage 2, 10 points goes a long ways towards that goal for the year. If, in fact, you're going to have to race your way in. About 11 seconds separate Hamlin and Kyle Busch as Joe Gibbs Racing tries to get their season on track. They were lined up for a 1-2 finish earlier this year, but a caution flag and a green-white checker stole that opportunity from them.
Final lap. Denny Hamlin in first.
And Almirola rounds out the top 5, so 2 Toyotas, 3 Fords. The first Chevy is
Denny Hamlin first for stage 2. I had to check the Fox Superbet or whatever it was. I pretty much suck at Fox Superbet. Or the bet thing, the fucking bot, or Fox bet right there. I suck at that. Jeez. Is Nolan's perfect? I'm just saying. Oh my goodness.
He did have that spin when Chase Elliott got into him coming into turn number 12.
Denny Hamlin, though.
His way back.
Wait, Kyle Busch in second. Joey got on third. Ryan Blaney fourth. Eric Almirola is fifth. Austin on sixth.
Big launch off 11 and went to victory lane. Last lap, stage 2.
Get the draft off of him, Joey.
A lot of points. I don't know. Gonna have to get
Let
close.
Kyle Busch spin you out, bud.
Doesn't get much closer.
Going off the track.
Gave up a little bit on exit. Still through the stadium section of this track. And Kyle really got through there good. Oh, Joey slipped up.
I do not like where this is going, honestly.
Denny Hamlin, your leader, coming to turn 20 for his first stage win of the season.
And Denny Hamlin wins stage 1.
Second, 9 seconds behind him.
I am not even that surprised. Denny Hamlin actually won stage 1. Stage 2, God, I was stumping. Stage 2. Denny Hamlin wins stage 2. While Daniel Suarez won stage 1. Who's going to win stage 3, though? Who is going to win stage 3? That's the question. We would have to stay tuned on that.
Right now, the big switch is happening across the country. Small businesses are fed up with big bills and 5G maps that are mostly gaps. They're switching to T-Mobile for Business and getting more 5G bars in more places. Save over $1,000 when you switch to our Ultimate Business Plan for the lowest price ever. Plus, choose from the latest 5G smartphones like a free Samsung Galaxy S22. So switch to the network that helps your business do more for less. Join the big switch to T-Mobile for Business today.
Your home for adventure. Your home for romance. Your home for big savings.
Why am I missing the NASCAR Professional iRacing Series already? Like,
because when you bundle home and auto with Progressive, your home is a savings paradise. Bundles Progressive. Your home for savings.
Nationwide is on your side.
Ford Blue Advantage has a 14-day or 1,000-mile money-back guarantee to ensure peace of mind when purchasing your vehicle only at your Ford dealer. Now get 0.99% financing for 36 months on all Ford Gold certified vehicles.
Oh, wow. Barbara Corcoran.
Good morning.
Sorry, but we don't need any business help now. We're gigillionaires.
What?
We're gigillionaires now.
I don't get it.
We have AT&T business fiber with hyper gig speeds. So thanks, we're doing great.
I'm so happy for you, but I'm just here for my order.
Oh. Entrepreneurs?
You know, my bowling team.
I like it.
There's
money in the comments. Do business like a gagillionaire. AT&T Business Fiber, now with speeds up to 5 gigs, limited availability.
Behold, unlimited wireless for only $30. That's pretty cool. But you know what's cooler? Saving up to $400. Exactly. And if you really want to take it up a notch, get all that and nationwide 5G included. Ooh, nice shot. Send that to me. Break free from the big three and get connected to the nation's most reliable 5G network.
Get the new Samsung Galaxy S22 series on Xfinity Mobile. And right now, save big with up to $750 off a new Samsung device. Switch today. Ford Blue Advantage has a 14-day or 1,000-mile money-back guarantee to ensure peace of mind when purchasing your vehicle only at your Ford dealer. Now get 0.99% financing for 36 months on all Ford Gold certified vehicles.
Fox 40, continuous local coverage, starting at 5 p.m.
Took 50,000 tons of sunset red granite to build that state capitol here in Austin in 1888. Beautiful structure. You know, Texas is the only U.S. state to have once been an independent country. As the Ukraine fights for its independence, Fox Corporation has helped raise over $12 million for the American Red Cross to support their mission of providing aid and resources, food, water, medical supplies, and housing support to people in Ukraine and those who have been forced to leave their homes. Please join us in supporting the Red Cross relief efforts. Donate by visiting redcross.org/foxforward or just scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. Pit Road is open, the end of stage 2.
Pit Road is open.
Kyle Busch, Donald Blaney, and the rest of the leaders, not Joey Logano and Blaney, they stayed out. Jamie.
Eric Almirola, one of those pitting up really sloppy there in his own words, loose, so he needs some rear grip. So does Kyle Busch, says he's just as bad there, lacking rear grip. That's kind of been the issue since practice yesterday.
Chris Gabehart on the 11 car said that he would keep Denny out there to get as many points as he could. That's exactly what he did. That race car right now, struggling through the slower corners. He can't exit the slower corners as good as he'd like to.
There's a ran race off pit road. Hamlin and Kyle Busch and Almirola in first out first with Austin Dillon, whose brother Ty picked up 2, and William Byron picks up 3 spots.
Hey, Denny Hamlin, it's Boyer up in the booth. You got us? Man, got you some much-needed stage points there. Hottest day of the year so far. I was curious about the track conditions, if there's any part of the track that you're struggling with more than others out there.
Mostly it's turns 1 through 20.
Well, obviously you're not struggling near as much as either. You won the stage, but honestly, passing zones, braking zones, some of the tighter sections, is there anything that stands out more than others?
Yeah, I mean, I think I can continue to work on the braking side of things, get more aggressive. The tighter corners, it seems like I'm having issues, or I feel like I'm having issues getting it turned and then accelerated, but it seems like we're losing time, possibly another spot, so just keep working on it.
That's all right, buddy. 1 through 20, only 20 turns. Good luck, bud.
Only room to go up.
Denny Hamlin, your stage winner. Ty Dillon, improper fueling on that stop. 31 laps complete. Stage 2 winner, Denny Hamlin.
Racing
Toyota,
United
let's
us.
go places.
Yeah, it does.
As a struggling actor, I need all the breaks that I can get. At Liberty Butchamug.
Cut.
Liberty Bibbity.
Cut.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance, so you only pay for what you... Line?
Need.
Action.
Cut. You can't say that.
Sorry. Is this where they're gonna put the Statue of Liberty? Liberty... Are we married to Mutual?
Cut.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I need to try it first.
I love wheels. Glossy wheels. Two-piece wheels. Exotic wheels. Steering wheels. Mini wheels. Big wheels. Bigger wheels. Massive wheels.
No matter what wheel I'm feeling, eBay Motors has the right parts at the right prices. Let's ride.
With Armor All, a little bit of this protects you from a lot of that. Armor All, minimum effort, maximum protection.
You have the best pizza in town and the worst wait times. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by Toyota. Let's go places. And by Indeed. If you need to hire, you need Indeed. 31 complete, 37 to go. We begin stage 3. Caution-free race so far, except for the stage breaks. Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney.
Thank Lord for the caution-free. Thank Lord for caution-free right there.
Just before the stage ended or during the stage break.
Thank Lord for
So the
caution-free.
two Penske Fords lead them to the Geico restart zone.
On old tires, by the way, in the 1, the 2, and that 16 and Allmendinger. I'm looking for them to pounce and pounce fast. They're going to try.
Geico restart zone in 3, 2, 1. Go, go, go! Green, green, green.
Everybody on the lead lap. They all fan out.
Oh, Joey Logano goes loose.
Without Logano. Logano hit the brakes. That thing took a
Logano goes loose.
And he ends up 12th. And
Now Ross Chastain goes up into first. Joey Logano fell down a lot.
Very odd. It's not what you expected on a restart, obviously, but what we've seen a lot with these guys is when they have to make a correction to try to catch the back of the car, it seems like it's easy for him to overcorrect. So whether it was him turning it or whether it turned on its own, but for some reason these cars, it's easy to overcorrect them.
Well, you knew, you saw the teammates of Logano and Blaney up there on the front row. You knew those 3 cars on 4 tires are going to be a battle for the lead. Who was it going to be? Chastain in the 1 car.
3:06 to go, and we
The leader did not make it cleanly through turn 1.
Yep, Joey Logano fell back a lot, and now he's in 13th place. Yep. He literally got loose, but he corrected that one. But then he got off the track and like, wow.
Yeah, Blaney locks the fronts. Everybody just too hard, too deep into that corner. Wow, great.
Too deep into that corner.
That was a big, big save, because that could have went wrong twice. Both times that he corrected.
They exited
pretty control.
They exited turn 1 5 wide.
5 wide. That is no good to be 5 wide right there. Can honestly just say that.
That's why he shot out of there. And again, give credit to a racetrack that's got that runoff area, enabling him to have that. Wasn't a trap, a rock trap, or grass, or anything else.
On board on with Chase Briscoe. Yet again. Oh, whoa. Is that a little bit of yeah, no, that's a little bit of contact right there. Now Christopher Bell passing him. Now Christopher Bell passing up Chase Briscoe. Yeah. Christopher Bell passing off Chase Briscoe. And is it a final stage? Oh, come on, man. So the Joey hand spun out. How lovely is that? I don't really get why you would spin out like that in the middle of the section.
Let's show you what happened to the veteran road racer.
This is a veteran road racer we're talking about. You know, that's a veteran road racer we're talking about. Road course drivers. Yeah, sometimes they don't. Oh, wow!
Looks like that's off a
Austin Citric also spun out.
It's the same place that Ryan Blaney yesterday had an issue going over the curbing. The same exact thing as yesterday.
His teammate.
Wow.
All right, let's ride with Cindric. And listen here. Whoa, that was close. So close to Christopher.
Right?
And caution is waving for debris.
Caution waves for the debris. Lovely. This is the first caution.
Just unloads the rear tires.
This is so far the first caution.
So close to hitting the wall.
This is so far the first caution.
It's going to help him a lot.
No, there's a third caution. What?
First caution for cause here. Well, the two drivers who have led the most laps.
The only two cautions was for the stages. Makes sense. But now there's a third caution. I thought this was...
We're under yellow in Austin.
PTI, I need the PDF, COB, aka What's the ETA?
What to even say about that, but...
Okay.
My goodness. I am literally surprised.
Oh, wow, look at this GIF.
Caution.
FWRW.
ROTFL.
You see my IM?
TLDR.
What?
Too long, didn't read.
Okay.
We don't need any more acronyms, but we can all use more ways to save.
How there's a caution, but
Switch
there's
to
caution
Geico
for
for more ways to save.
SMH.
Innovation usually looks something like this. But what if
So
it
there's a third caution.
What if it looked like a family truck?
Oh my
Hours
goodness,
of family
dude.
home. Or an ordinary drive, made extraordinary. Let's change
I
what
love
innovation
that.
looks
Alright.
like.
You can't like say, oh, this isn't action we needed. No, this is action.
Down here.
You just don't know it yet, dude. You just don't know it yet. Not as better as Dale Earnhardt.
Oh,
Not as better as Dale Earnhardt. Nobody can beat out Dale Earnhardt. Right here.
Get more to your door with DoorDash.
Having a 5G phone that's not on T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing ice hockey. Using pool moves. Get out of the penalty box with 5G coverage like this. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. T-Mobile, more 5G bars in more places. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Yes. Fine. The weather tech's here.
WeatherTech is the ultimate protection for your vehicle. Laser measured floor liners, no drill mud flaps, cargo liner, bump step, seat protector, and cup phone.
What about my car?
WeatherTech.
It's cold and it's smooth and it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bush. Like me.
Maybe it's another refill at your favorite diner, or waiting for the 7:12 bus, or Sunday afternoon in the produce aisle. These moments may not seem remarkable, but at Pfizer, protecting the regular routine and every day drives us to reach for exceptional. Working to impact hundreds of millions of lives, young and old. It's what we call the pursuit of normal.
Under caution, Ross Chastain is your leader with 34 laps to go in the EchoPark Automotive Grand Prix. Earlier, Michael Waltrip took EchoPark sweepstakes winner Rocky Forrester for the ride of his life.
Rocky,
Here you go.
how you doing, Mikey? How you doing? EchoPark sweepstakes winner. Your experience is just getting ready to get a little bit better.
Oh, wow, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm going to take you for a ride in my Tundra around the racetrack, and I'm going to try to scare you.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this. G-force activated. Coming right here to the Lone Star flag.
Don't mess with Texas.
No, don't mess with Texas. And we're coming up to the checkered flag.
Throw the checker flag.
This is it right here.
Rocky, I got one more surprise for you.
All right.
On behalf of EchoPark Automotive, I'm going to give you this Tundra.
No way. Oh, my God. I need a bag.
This is your truck, your baby. You're going to drive it home.
I just want a truck. Oh, my God, Mikey, just hold my... You just gave me...
How about that? Well, we've already had one winner here in Austin, Texas. Who will be the winner 34 laps from now? Ross Chastain, A.J. Allmendinger, and Tyler Reddick bring them by under caution, along with Ryan Blaney, Christopher Bell, Joey Logano, who had that slide up at turn one, has chosen to come to pit road. Let's go back and listen to Logano after that wild restart. And turn one.
Sorry, hit the brakes, they locked up. Rear's locked up. I thought I'd be right there.
Well, we knew that.
It's still a heck of a save.
Yeah.
Could have been way worse.
Yeah, absolutely. There were a lot of things that could have went wrong in that transaction. So
Unfortunately, they didn't get a chance for their strategy to play out. That's the only bad thing.
Austin Cindric also pitted, along with a number of drivers in the back half of the field. 33 laps to go in Texas.
You gotta tell people that Liberty Mutual customizes car insurance, so you only pay for what you need. You gotta do it fast.
Woo! New personal record, Limu!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
I need to try it first.
One historic game, two networks. On April 16th, the USFL makes history with a special opening night as the Birmingham Stallions open the season against the New Jersey Generals. Live on Fox and NBC. Generals, Stallions, April 16th on Fox and NBC.
Feed your sense of street food adventure with new shredded beef birria. Slowly braised beef chucked into quesadillas, burritos, and tacos, and served with rich consommé dipping sauce from El Pollo Loco. Feed the flame.
This is your invitation to experience all the feelings inspired by Lexus at the Invitation to Lexus sales event.
Get $1,500 lease cash toward a 2022 RX 350.
Everyone's a multitasker these days. And with supersonic Wi-Fi from Xfinity, your internet can multitask too. It's got gig speeds to the most homes, advanced security that blocks billions of cyber threats, and enough power for a house full of devices. Plus, when you get Xfinity internet and mobile together, you can save hundreds off your wireless bill compared to T-Mobile. It's for you.
Learn more about gig speed Wi-Fi or get started with Xfinity Internet for $19.99 a month for 12 months. Click, call, or visit a store today.
This is Pollo.
This is 55 minutes of slow grilled flavor. This is fresh, never frozen, and always cut to order. Download the app and enjoy Pollo Perfection from El Pollo Loco.
Fox 40's Final Quarter, tonight at 10:45 p.m.
From road racing to short tracking next Sunday on Fox. We're at Richmond on the 3/4 mile. 3 o'clock Eastern Time on Fox and the Fox Sports app. And joining Clint Boyer and me in the booth, 7-time champion crew chief Chad Canales. Gonna get a double dip of Chad at Richmond and Martinsville. To help break it down, 2 short tracks in a row, the next 2 weeks in a row. For NASCAR on Fox. What is
That's
Gordon's
not bad.
new role? What is it? Vice chairman. And now we have
Agreed.
a vice president. Man, we've got a lot of vices in here. What's your title? Owner. That's a good one. The boss. Remember that one? Okay, everybody is still on the lead lap. We've not had a free pass all day. Ricky Stenhouse nabbed for speeding. He will go back 2 spots and restart at the back. Ross Chastain, AJ Allman.
And green. Here we go. Green flag back in the air.
The 2 of them combined to lead all but 5 laps of yesterday's race.
Green flag back in the air.
Cleanly.
Wow. You notice the trade-off. Those guys hug the inside trying to protect that, but on the exit they
32 laps to go.
Because of it.
It's also funny how they learn. You know, you keep pushing a little bit harder until something happens, and then all of a sudden the next restart, everybody kind of settles down, calms down.
Well, the last restart, we were 3 wide coming down the hill. Now, we're minding our P's and Q's through the S's. Look for Tyler Reddick and Chase Briscoe.
Something happened to Bell there. I don't know if he missed a shift or what, but he's going to lose 3 or 4
3
spots.
to go at COTA, or Circuit of America, at the Circuit of Americas.
I'm going to tell you, turn 11 is extremely challenging as a race car driver to not...
Are they 3? Did I see them 3 wide? Or is that just me? I think I might have saw them 3 wide. It's just sometimes we go through. Oh, here we go with the 3 wide yet again.
Well, it's mechanical. It's mechanical versus electrical. On the upshifts, it'll cut the ignition out. On the downshifts, it's literally the wheels are spinning the motor, so it doesn't matter what the
Okay, Tyler Reddick is in 4th. Chase Briscoe in 3rd. And I believe there's battling, I'm guessing, for 3rd. Yeah, no, they're battling for 3rd. As Tyler Reddick is right behind Chase Briscoe. Cole Custer right behind Ryan Blaney. Oh, Martin Triggs Jr. and Alex Bowman battling. Kyle Larson passes Kyle Larson passes Kyle Busch and Eric Jones up, I do believe. And then Kyle Larson passes up. No, Alex Bowman passes back up Kyle Larson.
I've talked to a couple of the drivers, you know, I take this back to Phoenix, where we heard Blaney talking about, there's the issue. I just saw Christopher Bell coming down pit road, but I hear these drivers...
Ross Chastain in 1st. AJ Allman there in 2nd. So far, this is a good race. I mean, it's so far clean with no cautions until debris actually hit, and then that's just it. It's just the debris. So, oh, contact with the replay. I saw that. That was contact.
Tyler Reddick pretty hard. I was wondering if the favor was going to be repaid.
I think he was actually happy that he was there, kind of caught him.
Ryan Dillon right behind Austin Cindric.
Up front. He's only got one.
AJ Allman there right behind Ross Chastain. And we got a problem with the 20 car. We got a problem with the 20 car. Or Christopher Bell.
It's weird how it all happened at once for both Gibbs cars. I was gonna say, last to second here for AJ Allmendinger in the 16. Won yesterday. Can he sweep the weekend? One spot in between him and doing so.
Imagine how big that would be for him.
I mean, he did it last year.
Absolutely.
You want to talk about, this is a ringer in the Cup Series. Yes. The Dinger has been in NASCAR, winning the Xfinity races, but he's not, a permanent driver in this thing right now. And I'm telling you, as a ringer coming into this, against this competition in the Cup Series,
AJ Allmendinger in second, Ross Chastain first. Ross Chastain got a gap between himself and AJ Allmendinger as well.
Between yesterday and this morning.
A little bit of a gap, but not too much. Tyler Reddick still behind Chase Briscoe, while Chase Elliott, I believe, passed up Ryan Blaney. Or no, Chase Elliott has been in fifth the whole time. So I don't know. I think Ross Chastain might be the second winner at Circuit of the Americas.
He really knows.
Caution free, yet.
That's more crucial on road courses than people realize. You're having to take care of the brakes.
Okay. So Cole Custer, Alex Bowman, they both got to pass up Ryan Triggs Jr.
Knowing when to take care of that car, and also when is it time to push, when is it time to put that pressure on. He just maximizes the day at road course.
Ryan Triggs Jr. has that pressure behind him, though. Kyle Busch in 10th, right behind Alex Bowman.
Custer is 8th, Alex Bowman is 9th, and here's 10th place Kyle Busch. Here he comes. 4th place,
Chase Elliott about to know. Actually, wait, can he? I think he can.
I've seen some interviews from you.
Pass him up, Chase. Come on.
I think at one time you said you were down and out. Our season's over. Poor me, poor me. Wasn't that the last time you won a championship?
Oh, dude, what?
Corey LaJoy coming off his first career top 5 last week. Now it's a little bump and thump with rookie Todd Gilliland.
If Todd wasn't there, he wasn't going to make the corner.
Right. 8 wheels corner better than 4.
Always.
That makes sense.
And once that thing, again, just like we saw with Joey Logano, he didn't have that runoff there. He had a car right in front of him. The only thing he can do when that thing gets to bucking out from underneath him is let off that brake and run off in that area. And he didn't have that.
30 to go. Ross Chastain still in first.
These cars may get beaten, though. That's one thing that I really haven't seen yet. Now, mind you, yes.
Is it new?
Stage, when the money's on the line, you get over there to the stadium section of this place.
I mean, I got this from Spencer's.
One another, and they can take it.
When was it? A little while ago. It was when we were together.
Right now, not having a good day. Came in here hoping to have a good race, not just at the end, but their problems have continued. The front is just so tight, he hasn't been able to turn. No matter what, they have literally thrown the
Busch
kitchen
all the
sink
way
at this
in 26.
45. They've unhooked the rear bar. They've adjusted the front shocks, air pressure.
Well, his brother Kyle Busch is all the way in 10th.
He hasn't been able to make up a whole lot of ground up to 26th right now.
Now you saw how late he was back to the throttle there at turn 1. Half of the drivers in the top 10 right now participated in one of yesterday's races. We'll discuss that after this.
We took the truck that helped build this country and made it so it can power our homes. We took the vehicles businesses use to keep the lights on and made them run on the same thing that turns the lights on. We took the original 0 to 60 head turner and gave it 0 tailpipe emissions. We took the familiar and made it revolutionary.
And I walk out and my car is dented.
Well, Geico does offer 24/7 claim service with personalised attention from an assigned team.
24/7? That's a lot of attention.
They're not actually with you 24/7. They're just available whenever you need them.
Oh, okay, good. Because I took an online quiz and it turns out I'm an introvert.
Ah, I actually think I'm an introvert too.
Oh no, it's incredibly rare.
I don't think that's right.
Sorry.
Okay.
Geico, your claims team is here for you 24/7.
Move over, KFC. It's KFC tenders. And the same creamy mac and cheese, crispy fries, buttery biscuits, and delicious sauces. The KFC 8-piece tenders meal. Order ahead on the KFC app. It's finger-licking good.
No matter what you do, who you are, or how much money you earn, when it comes to doing taxes, don't go it alone. Jackson Hewitt Tax Pros will make certain you don't miss out on a single deduction. Get the biggest refund you deserve at Jackson Hewitt.
You love closing the deal, but hate managing your business from afar. You need to hire.
What's up, Andrew?
Indeed you do. Indeed Instant Match instantly delivers quality candidates matching your job description. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
eBay Motors has parts for new cars, new parts for old cars, and new parts for cars about as old as I am. eBay Motors has over 122 million parts.
Yeah.
That's insane. Get all the right parts at the right prices. That's right.
Was the race still on?
Yeah, the race is still on, dude.
Couldn't believe the choreography going on up here with 28 laps to go and Ross Chastain in the lead because it's time to look at today's Credit One Bank ones to watch. You're seeing him right there. I'm picking my man Ross Chastain one to be number one at the end of this day. Comes into this weekend with 3 podium finishes. I think this weekend is the time that he gets his boss a happy birthday present right here with a victory. So Clint, Chase Elliott is the winningest active road course driver we have with 7 wins right now. Comes in here at a 21 race winless streak. His teammates have won 10 times since his last trip to Victory Lane, and they just keep making that 9 car better and better, but everybody has one more pit stop to go.
Hey, I want to pick the guy that is on a hot streak right now. His stats speak for themselves. AJ Allmendinger, he's just sitting there waiting for his moment, but he's going to steal the show today.
Tony Tyler Reddick is looking for that first win of his career. Today, that car has been steady all day long. Very good on long runs. Doesn't like it early on, but likes long runs. I got my eyes on Tyler Reddick.
Caution is out here in Texas, but I'm keeping an eye on Chase Briscoe. I don't think anybody's traded more paint than Briscoe today. Let's see if he can bring it home. Those are your Credit One Bank ones to watch, as caution is out for Eric Jones. With 27
come on,
laps to
Eric
go.
Jones.
He has pulled off course, apparently lost forward drive, and there are no local cautions in NASCAR Cup racing. Every caution is a full course yellow. It takes a while to get around.
This is so far.
Time to think about strategy.
This is so far the 4th caution.
On that set of tires, everybody else came in at either lap 27.
2 of them were for stages. 1 of them was for debris. And now this time for Eric Jones.
Strategy. Coach McReynolds.
And Mike, you cannot strip these cautions when they actually come, because here we are, 27 laps to go. Remember the fuel window, 22 to 24 laps. But watching kind of our fuel forecaster, I think they can go probably up to about 25 or 26 laps. So I think everybody comes here, packs that thing full of fuel, try to save as much as you can until we go back racing.
Thanks, Larry. Now, we listened in on Tyler Reddick and his team.
Guess that's about what we have. We just drive back up through here. First off, take a huge deep breath for me here. Run top 5. This is 2 years ago when we were running 50, okay? Run top 5 every week. This is not that bad. Relax, deep breath, reset. Long way to go.
Well, I like the way they're thinking. That's one way to calm them down. Hey, I like it. Yeah.
I don't know why he's so upset. Top 5 run right now, strong right now here.
Well, he sat on pole here last year, qualified well this year. Thinks he has a shot to win it.
Might also have been that 14 car that bounced off of him like a backboard at a basketball game.
Might have been. So let's look at AJ Allmendinger's day, the Los Gatos, California driver. Stage 1, Stage 2, climbing to the top. Currently second, won by a pretty substantial margin here yesterday. He controlled the latter half of that Xfinity Series race. He's in second behind Ross Chastain. Well, baseball is back April 9th on FS1. And it's the rivalry I grew up with. In Hartford, Connecticut, we're halfway between Boston and New York. One side of the street were Red Sox fans. Where I lived, we were Yankee fans. So this opening week slugfest will be on FS1 April 9th and on the Fox Sports app. 27 laps to go in Austin, Texas. Beautiful day. Temperature climbing up toward 90 degrees. The Chevys of Chastain and Allmendinger leading the Ford of Briscoe. The first Toyota is Truex in 8th. This is such a beautiful facility. You can walk the track, you can sit on the hillsides, you can go up the observation tower for $20 and get a view of probably from here to the Gulf. That tower is 100 feet taller than the Statue of Liberty.
You couldn't pay me $20,000 to get up on top of that tower right now.
It's perfectly stable.
You kidding me, Mike? You kidding me? I'll go. You're just giving money away anyway. What are you talking about? Hey, that's a lot of money, bud.
36 people went 6 for 6 today playing Fox Bet Super 6. It's free to play, and they will split $10,000 of Clint's money pending verification of eligibility and all the fine print.
All right.
Well done.
Free to play. If you didn't get it this weekend, get back on. Join us next weekend. Fox Bet Super 6. A lot of fun. $10,000 on the line every weekend.
Now, fellas, this pit road is pretty narrow. If everybody pits at once, and with Christopher Bell getting a free pass, everybody will be on the lead lap.
Yeah, this pit road is very similar to the one we see at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and it creates havoc when everybody comes. And mainly because guys finish their stops, so the first guys in, there's still guys in the back of the pack still coming. They're trying to get in their boxes while the other guys are getting out.
Oh, there's a nice touch. They've stenciled the driver name in front of the stall.
That's in case you forget your car number. You can look on there and find your spot.
This is first class all the way around. This place has always been that way. But another thing about everybody being in there, you know, we saw the one car, the tire almost looked like it was getting way out of the box. When there's a car in front of them, that will be a penalty. So with everybody on pit road, everything's a lot tighter for everybody involved, not just the drivers.
Jamie.
And Chase Elliott, you guys talking about the pit boxes, they asked him to cheat to the right about 6 inches just to give the Jackman enough time and space. Car is pretty good now. Corner exit, he went a little bit of help, air pressure adjustment. And they come around to the left side before tires ring it.
Chase Briscoe on the 14, lacking a little bit of front turn with that race car, in particular through the left-handers. The one of Ross Chastain right now, that car is super close, just not real comfortable on the restarts of the 60 to AJ Allmendinger. Car is good for him.
Another miscue for Kirkwood. He had to back up into his pit stall.
AJ Allmendinger couldn't get out of his pit box. Blaney in front of him lost 3 spots there.
Kyle Busch up 4, and Cindric, no tires. Wow, he picks up 13th position. Here's the race off pit road.
I'd do anything to save a life.
I want to see you get hurt more than you already have.
This would be a cure.
At what cost?
You found a cure. Not exactly. I can't control it.
Michael, stop! All our lives we've lived with death. Why shouldn't they know what it feels like for a change? Just accept who you are.
The bad guy.
OBS, a new Marvel Legend arrives only in theaters. Rated PG-13.
Coming! What?
When you step into a new day, take on whatever's asked of you. That new day is yours to own. Yours to shape. And yours to be proud of. Ram, J.D. Power's #1 brand in your vehicle quality.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably served and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
Getting the incredible iPhone 13 without T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing hide and seek.
Ready or not, here I come!
In the desert.
Really, guys?
T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places. And now, when you switch, you can get iPhone 13 on us and 1 year of Apple TV Plus for free.
You're not gonna fit in that hole.
Don't look any further. Unlock the full power of iPhone 13 on us at T-Mobile.
NASCAR on Fox is sponsored by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR. Circuit of the Americas, Austin, Texas. Second trip here for NASCAR. First trip with this brand new car. And first time we've raced here in the drive. Ross Chastain is your leader. A.J. Allmendinger came in second, went out fifth. We'll show you why.
Gets in the box nice and straight. Everything routine on the right-hand side, smooth. Tire changers got done at the same time. Good exchange to the left side.
I don't think it's a stop though. Watch this. When he leaves, he has to double clutch a little bit to get around the car in front of him and Ryan Blaney. Ryan's kind of stuck out a little bit with his right rear, and I think the numbers right here say it all.
1.4 seconds slower down the length of pit road. The crews were pretty much the same. Chase Elliott
I am back. Sorry about that.
11, and it got pretty loud on the radio for number 9 after that. Larry, Austin Cindric did not take tires. How about that?
Well, remember, he was on pit road as well as Ricky Stenhouse Jr. and Joe Logano at the last caution, so he only had 4 laps on his tires.
Good point.
Another thing, car I see up there now, don't look now, but I'm telling you, the 48 car, he was fast in that first stage, laying some really fast lap times down, and when the race kind of flip-flopped, if you will, through the stages of everybody taking tires and staying out, I think he's one to keep an eye on here at the end.
Third car inside is Allmendinger next to Kyle Busch. Second row, Reddick and Bowman. Front row, Chastain and Briscoe.
2, 1. Green, green, green.
And we're back to green.
Chastain moved Briscoe way outside.
And Briscoe and Reddick are together again to trade some paint.
Yeah, they've been locked together for a lot of laps now. Just can't seem to get away from each other, it seems like in this race.
Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott trying to find back and for the lead. Here comes Briscoe.
God, what is buffering? What is happening?
But it's only in 4, 5, and 6. Does that rule apply? That's fair.
Chase Briscoe passes up Ross Chastain. With 25 to
Is that
go.
supposed to be a foul if they're on the like the sideline?
No, it's not. If it's a double yellow, then he knew it would be, but
What do you mean a double yellow?
Like on,
it's red and green.
like
I thought that's supposed to be like a foul.
no, it's not. This is a road course, not a super speedway.
So they're allowed to do that.
Yeah, on road courses and short tracks and intermediates, you're allowed to do that, but not on super speedways like Daytona or Talladega. Daytona and Talladega are not allowed to do that.
Does a great job of getting cut to the left. Chase isn't going to give it up yet, though.
What a battle.
Now, if it's a road course, you're allowed to do that. If it's unless you corner cut, no. Corner cutting is not allowed, as well as
Even at the line.
no, corner cutting is not allowed. I
It's
don't think.
all about setting yourself up for that next apex. Do I give it up
No,
here
not.
and cross back
So-
over and be good for the next corner? Which is the corner that I
a big ass hill.
crossover?
It is.
Same looking at the inside.
Where are they at?
Frisco did a good
They're at
job
Austin,
blocking that
Texas,
run.
which is the Circuit of the Americas right here.
Oh, so their track is different.
The track is very different. It's not like any usual NASCAR track. This is a Formula 1 track that they're at.
Now that is near the stadium section of Wallace. And there is Bubba Wallace.
If you know what Formula 1 is.
By the gravel. It's going to be a vacation for his crew chief and whoever else. Lap 45, 24 to go. I think they were trying to get it back, obviously just nursing it back around. There's the lug nut falls off, and here comes the wheel. Pretty self-explanatory. And why is the penalty so steep? Because of that right there. You see that wheel flying off. That wheel cannot. That's very dangerous to be rolling. A lot of weight, a lot of mass. Do not want that in a grandstand or anything else.
Let me also update. Brad Keselowski penalized under the prior caution for pitting outside the box. Now, when that wheel was attached, I'm sure the gun felt that the nut was tight, but the wheel was probably not flush with the hub, worked its way loose. Off came the nut and the wheel followed.
Well, these teams have been struggling with it all year long. I mean, it's about one every weekend we see. Everybody keeps getting better at it, but it's just a new format, new style. There's a lug nut gun that puts the single lug nut on. You saw all the holes on the back side of that wheel. You know, just so many different things that go in. A lot of layers to that conversation of how that wheel can fall off with just one single lug nut.
Eric Jones gets the free pass, the only car one lap in. Regan?
Well, like somebody that
Still
really
good
likes this
connection,
caution
but-
right now is the 16 car of AJ Allmendinger.
Okay, there we go.
That race car has been fine for him, but
There we go.
unfortunately the air conditioner quit working in there.
Yeah,
he
you
dropped
know
his
it's
water
live.
bottle, can't get his hands on that. His calves are now cramping as well, so keep an eye on that. AJ's going to have to dig deep if he's
I always
gonna
look
win
like
this race.
I always look like a mindless zombie
On
whenever
that
it
last
comes
stop,
like
Chase Elliott had the
whenever
best track position he had all day, but when he came
you're
into
on my
pit,
camera like
we talked
that.
about he shaded it to the right a little bit, but the jackman on the right side didn't get the car jacked high
Oh, yeah,
enough
why?
to hang that tire on the right rear. He
Look
lost
like
a
a
handful
zombie
of spots
whenever it
now
comes
back
to
in
that.
ninth.
He went from 4th to 11th on that stop. He's regained 2 since then, as Jamie pointed out.
And going back to that lug nut, I mean, it's new technology to the sport of NASCAR, but it's not new technology. They use it in IndyCar racing, a lot of sports car racing. When the teams get more time with this and get used to the guns and get used to the nuts, making sure that when they pull it off, they have to pull that off straight so the nut doesn't come out of the gun crooked. We've seen those come off during pit stops. But the holes that you saw, and you see the pins, the holes in the back side of the wheel go and index over those pins before they put the nut back on.
Yeah. All right, owner. We talked about vice presidents. We talked about vice chairmen. Talked about owners. You said you're an owner.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Man, I
driving
wish you
the
would
race.
switch to
Talk
5
to
lug
him,
nuts
man.
again.
Clock it in, owner.
I don't know that I want to talk to him today, but I don't want you talking to him, so I'm going to do this. Hey, Chase, it's your boss, Tony, in the booth with Fox. You got me, bud?
I got you, buddy. How are you?
Well, I'm in air conditioned. They're feeding me shrimp and steak up here. I mean, it's nice and cool in your car, isn't it?
Yeah, let's say sign me up for that. Other than the shrimp part, the AC part, that sounds nice.
Well, you've had an awesome day, man. You've done a great job. You've been fighting hard, been in contact with the 8 car or the 1 car. You got yourself where you want to be in the league. Can you finish this thing off?
Well, we're definitely going to try. I mean, we got a pretty good fender tractor for. We've been working on it all day long, and feel like we finally kind of got the tires underneath something. So trying to do like what you told me at dinner last night with the battery. So see if we can hold it off.
Well, remember, this car is
Like
just
you
about
saw the tire pop
tractor,
off of
so
that
do
car,
what you
by
gotta
the way.
do with it, get the job done, bud.
Yeah. These are new cars. They don't have that problem, by the way.
But I didn't get that. I will
These
say,
are
I
actually
looked
new
at it
cars.
on camera, they kind of look like, you remind me of Jim Belushi on
Like next
on Blues
gen, the
Brothers
next
back
gen
in
car
the
is a
day.
new
I'll
car.
use that cocktail sauce from that shrimp belly of yours.
Meanwhile, just 21 days till we go back and play in the dirt. That will be the Bristol Dirt Race Sunday night. New date, Sunday night, April 17th on Fox. First time we went to Bristol on dirt, Joey Logano ended up in Victory Lane.
Gonna be a fun weekend.
Sure is. The last 11 races in the Cup Series have all been won by drivers under age 30. Sorry, Clint, Tony, things have changed.
Not looking good for a comeback for either of the two of us right now.
Nope, not right this minute.
It just seems to be a changing of the guard. Blame it, whatever the case may be. I think it's the car. I think that's definitely where it's at. Is the game's changed. The ball has literally changed in this sport.
Now, we were in Phoenix recently, and the top 3 in Phoenix looking a whole lot like the top 3 right here, right now. There's Chase Briscoe on that final restart, keeping Ross Chastain behind him, and that was the key. Tyler Reddick to the outside. Briscoe was able to drive off and lead them and score the big win.
Pretty hard to believe. 2 weeks later, here we are.
You think he still has those Tony Stewart uniform pajamas he wore in that picture about age 6 or so?
I know he does. I mean, when we were talking, he says he still has a bunch of stuff from when he was a kid in his room, and he goes, maybe now that you're my boss, I can get rid of some of that stuff. I'm like, no. Hey, but that stuff, I'm very superstitious, so I'm all about things being lucky and don't disrupt things when things are going well, so I told him, keep it.
It's so funny you were talking about those pajamas, because this is how I know our time has passed. I literally was just on Facebook Marketplace looking at cars like I always do, right? And it was a Tony Stewart edition, what it was, a Monte Carlo, whatever it was. It had like 340,000 miles on it. So it tells you, buddy, I think our days are in a rear view.
Come on, man, that was a family that the dad works first shift, mom works second shift, the daughter works third shift. They all drive that car.
Keep telling yourself that.
So, you want to see where the Koch family of drivers are faring right now?
Sure do.
There they are, Denny Hamlin 11th, Austin Dillon 16th. Everybody still on the lead lap. Daniel Suarez got turned around on a restart after leading the first 15 laps of this race. And Joey Logano has had a couple of spins back there in 36th. Bubba Wallace 1 lap down. Andy Lally out of the race early. Everybody else is on the lead lap here with 23 to go.
Yeah, that bunch, just heart broke for Daniel Suarez. Won that first stage, extremely fast all weekend long. Started on the front row and just cannot seem to capitalize. The other one's the 22 of Joey Logano. Again, was fast Saturday, and I really looked for him to be a front runner in this and just can't get it put together.
Daniel Suarez will restart 29th. We hear on the in-car radio they were having power steering issues on that 99. He has led the most laps today, 4 more than Austin Cindric and Ross Chastain. Ready to come back to green. Briscoe,
Daniel Suarez led the most laps today.
Ready to trade some
I'm actually surprised.
in Texas.
We're back green.
Chase Elliott, big swing to the right, sends some cars off
4 wide.
Trying to make some room.
See Kyle Larson trying to shoot to that outside. Afraid he got too far outside. One thing about that outside is if you can get around the corner and not get pushed off into the grass, it sets you up again for that next apex like we were talking about.
And most likely you've got a lot of momentum because you didn't have to turn quite as tight, build some momentum around the outside of that last side of the corner.
So we're back in 7th. Looking at 6 through 8 here.
He's under him. He's going to move him up. He's
Whoa!
Ooh, that was slick.
Right?
For Chastain, and now Allmendinger looking at 2nd place.
Slick move by Ross Chastain right there.
Allmendinger's pushing the 14 pretty hard.
Slick move by Ross Chastain.
Turn 12.
Oh, Briscoe slipped up. Was able to hold on to it. Slipped up a little bit getting into the corner. I love this stadium part of this racetrack, the stadium section. So many different lines. You can see how
Slick move by Ross Chastain.
Briscoe, Chastain a little bit higher.
And the carousel. Sweeping off track to get a good run off 20 and back to the front stretch and up the hill.
Laps to go.
You're on a mountain? How the fuck do they do that? Put a straight track right there. That's my question.
You mean the hill, right?
Well, mountain slash hill, yeah.
Well, they have to build it.
Well, yeah, but like the game, like, I'm just curious. Like, how the hell did they do that?
And listen how every time the Kyle was going.
You would have to see how they actually build the tracks. It's very interesting, to say the least. It's like how they actually turned Atlanta Motor Speedway into a super speedway, but like last time Atlanta Motor Speedway used to be like an intermediate track. Well, now all of a sudden it's a super speedway, and then you go to like COTA, same thing. They built the track like that. They actually put asphalt on it. They painted the track itself. It's like self-explanatory, you know. They put the barriers right where it is. They put.
I was waiting for you to come on. I didn't know you were gonna get on now. Okay. Yes, I'll get on right now.
On that long backstretch to carry that momentum, you can't miss.
I can honestly say, it's a process with each track. They actually you put asphalt on it and paint it and actually put barriers right where they are and catch fences. Right where the barriers are, you know. It's like a quick process, you know. Like per se, okay. So let's say you want to change Atlanta Motor Speedway into a super speedway, right? They changed that into a super speedway, and it started in 2022. And it actually the super speedway part began in 2021 when they were resurfacing it, and now they actually completed it in 2022. And now, look out at Atlanta Motor Speedway now.
AJ Allmendinger in third, 1.4 back.
You know, it's a super speedway now. Drivers did not want it, but you know, drivers actually got it. Anyways, it's
I can honestly say I do like Atlanta Motor Speedway. Don't get me wrong, I do like Atlanta Motor Speedway, but Atlanta Motor Speedway, he won in select racing in the number 3 car, the Curly car. If you got what I'm saying. I know you never seen me win that much on a race, but I actually won Atlanta before you, dude. So. It's not one big race, actually.
And the last stop, his pit crew over the wall got the job done. Just over 9 seconds, gave him 4 spots and put him in this position to battle with the guy he went toe-to-toe with yesterday at the end of the race.
Seen patterns of guys that just can't seem to get away from each other, whether it's today, during the day, or they can't get away from each other from the day before.
And maybe a new, birth of a new nickname this weekend.
And plus, they said to me, "You deserve that win." Like they said to me that I deserve that win. They said to me, they said to me, "You deserve that win, Greg. You deserve that win." And from that point forward, I actually realized I'm that one winner.
I had more bad luck of getting into incidences the week before and having to ride with him in the truck.
Oh, never fails. Yeah, and they qualify right next to each other. Yeah, so you're standing there with everybody trying to glad hand and be happy with one another.
Well, normally you were waving in the back of the truck to the crowd, and in your mind you're sitting there going, I just want to grab him by his collar and throw him off the truck.
19 to go in this race.
So in a topsy-turvy season, in which Spire Motorsports has as many top 5s as Powerhouse Joe Gibbs Racing, the top 6 drivers in this race are from 6
I hear this.
different teams.
Listen to this, baby. I hear this. Ready?
How about Alex Bowman in 4th place?
Right now we're on the number. Anything you can do with 4 shifts or 80% throttle. You're doing is what helps.
There's his teammate Chase Elliott to the inside of Tyler Reddick and moving up on Kyle Busch.
19 to go in this race.
Reddick was so strong for the middle portion of this race. But here he's having trouble hanging on to the first half of the top 10.
You can see there, it just seems like he's having trouble with the braking. Obviously,
That's Kyle Busch's car.
and a must in an area where you
Skittles!
everybody's able to drive a little bit harder than him and
No, that's on Kyle Busch's car.
pressure.
Yeah, that's one of Kyle Busch's sponsors, as well as Ready Energy and M&M's, and like M&M's is about to be removed from NASCAR in like till like next year, so they're leaving NASCAR. It's like similar to Budweiser, Lowe's, and all that.
We talked earlier, the pace is just not slowing down. In fact, Chase Briscoe and AJ Allmendinger.
So I don't know. Kyle Busch probably might keep Skittles, from what I can tell.
That's just
I don't know yet,
With those couple of cautions, that probably buys them. That's why I think you're here.
But yeah, Kyle Busch probably might keep Skittles, and probably might put Ready Energy for one of the sponsors. That's just my prediction on next year's car.
With 18 to go.
Come on along, head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains.
Oh, okay, right. Let me know what's going on.
And it's waiting for you. Come on, head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains of Bush. Head for the mountains of Bush. Like me.
At USAA, we've been called too exclusive because we were created for officers. But as we've evolved with the military, we've grown to serve all who've honorably served, no matter their rank or when they were in. A Marine just out of boot camp, or a petty officer from 73, and even his kids and their kids. USAA is made for all who honorably served and their eligible family members. Are we still exclusive? Absolutely. And that's exactly why you should join.
Call Logano. Hey, Joey, you can save money if you fill up a shell if you use Advanced Auto Parts Speed Perks.
Dude, I'm way ahead of you.
You saved at the pump?
Yeah, I saved at the pump.
The pump?
The pump.
You saved at the pump!
Now you can save at the pump when you shop at Advance Auto Parts. Learn more at advanceautoparts.com/gas rewards.
Now, my turn.
Sorry about that. Back.
Catch all that.
I'm ready to rip somebody's freaking head off.
Or that. Well, get ready for this, and a whole lot of this. I am Full Throttle. I am NASCAR.
Fox Wednesday. The call has gone out.
Can't wait to see this.
5 new singers take the stage
They're 3 hits.
for a monster standoff.
I'm going for the gold.
Getting real. The good, the bad, and the cuddly.
I love you and I want you to feel that.
Oh, can I have a hug?
Right?
The Masked Singer, all new this Wednesday on Fox. For 75 years, Martinsville Speedway has been the short track in NASCAR.
This is one of the short tracks I actually want to go to.
MartinsvilleSpeedway.com.
17 laps to go in Austin, Texas. Ross Chastain in front of Chase Briscoe by just half a second. A.J. Allmendinger 8/10ths back. And while we were away, Brad Keselowski got in the back of Ty Dillon. Neither one of them having a stellar day. Keselowski 27. And Dillon around has been able to fire it up and continue in 35th. Morissette was just penalized for the second time today for shortcutting the S's. Only 2 cars out of the race, Bubba Wallace and Andy Lally. Everybody else on the lead lap with Chase Elliott and Kyle Busch fighting it out here for 5th place.
Be interesting to see where Chase would actually have been if he didn't have that slow pit stop. See how close to these leaders he would be.
Look at this. Big transition there, left to right. Put the pressure on him. And A.J. Allmendinger not far behind. He's now within a second of the leaders.
But I don't think he's close enough that they get side by side to be able to capitalize on it unless they get in one another and shove each other.
Chastain first, Chase Briscoe second.
Briscoe, another 13 second. Both of the other ones are in the 14-second bracket. You know, neither of these 2 leaders are road racers. Chase Briscoe ran dirt. Ross Chastain grew up in Florida, where all the roads intersect at right angles. You don't have the big flowing, sweeping roads to practice on like you do up north. Not that anybody did that. Oh, Briscoe slipped up quite a bit there. Got loose. I think his car bottomed out. But you say that, Tony. Once he got with the Ford cam, man, I don't know what's happening, but he's really slipping this last lap. And now you see A.J. Allmendinger moving to his inside. When he got underneath the Ford banner, he was able to run a lot of sports car stuff and gain a lot of experience on road races.
And it's absolutely, he'll tell you that is something more than
A.J. Allmendinger passes up Chase Briscoe
sports car series.
for second.
Getting laps on road courses.
That's not at all what I thought was going to happen. You could see he was putting the pressure on Ross Chastain, and then all of a sudden started slipping, sliding around, and within 2 corners was passed by A.J. Allmendinger.
All right, what's the calling team in second place now, thinking about fuel?
I really don't want him to concern a whole lot, but you don't think we're going to make it at all. I think there'll be another caution. I would do it probably 1 short. I would say keep in touch with these guys. That's what we need to do.
We'll keep in touch with these guys, and we might be 1 lap shorter, kind of 2 different agendas, aren't we?
Well, 1 lap is a long lap here.
Ricky Stenhouse has lost the drive in his number 47. Now, there are areas where you can exit the course without prompting a caution flag.
That's off of turn 11, getting in at 12.
Not sure Ricky's going to find one of those.
Where are we?
That's a good question.
Between 11 and 12, down the hill.
500 yards from the straightaway.
I'm just going to roll back unless he can get it fired back up. It's not what Ross Chastain, the Trackhouse Racing, wants to see.
Now with 15 laps to go, there's Stenhouse about a third of the way down that back straightaway, rolling to a halt.
Trying to get it fired back up.
Everybody saw that. How about that? Everybody saw that caution was going to come out. Drove the pit road. This could be a
Looks like his car is stalled.
determining factor in this race. They're going to have to throw the caution. Question is when. They're going to let these guys. There it is. Caution is out.
Caution's out.
And when the caution comes out, pit road closes. So everyone who made it to pit road under green
Huge
have an
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah, I'm not really sure I understand when a car is physically not under power, why they didn't throw that caution earlier. Instead, you give these guys, you've given guys an advantage now to get on pit road.
Those guys that already went by.
And those guys are Truex, Cole Custer, and Kevin Harvick were among those who made it to pit road before pit road was closed for the yellow flag for Ricky Stenhouse.
Like we mentioned, it's such a long course. The lap times, and we saw it with Daniel Suarez earlier in the race when he had a flat tire, you're not going to go a lap down here. So having that opportunity, and the field wasn't strung out too far, but had enough that you could gain some spots and or not at least lose all the track position that you have by making that pit stop.
There are a few areas on this course, including one right across from us here on the front straightaway, where there are breaks in the wall for either safety vehicle access or let the pace car out or for the shorter versions of this course. But Stenhouse could not get to one of those to get his car to a safe place. So he stops on the straightaway and the caution comes out. Well, Larry, now what would you like to do?
Well, one thing this does, if you were right on your number, this helps you with the fuel situation. But honestly, Mike, we still have 25 drivers out there that's not pitted. They've got about 7 to 8 laps on their tires. You're pretty much, your bet is made if you're up there inside the top 8 to 12. You've got to stay out. But now if you're back there around 15th to 25th, absolutely come get 4 tires of fuel.
Well, this should certainly help A.J. Allmendinger's team's concern about fuel.
Save like a pig right here. If we save enough right here under this caution, we should be all good. We should be good to make it barely.
Ricky Stenhouse broke the drive shaft, so he was unable to get any power to that car to move it off track. And they'll push him back here with 15 laps to go.
You know, it just takes me back to the restart when we had Joey Logano and his teammate Blaney, on the front row on old tires, and man, they didn't make the first corner, and they were swallowed up.
All right, now we talked about the drivers who pitted, Truex and Harvick and Cole Custer. I seem to remember a well-timed pit stop at Sonoma just prior to the last caution coming out, getting Tony Stewart his final Cup win on a road course.
Yeah, we definitely short pitted because we physically at that point of the race didn't have the speed to get to the lead. So Bogaravich called me in 2 laps early. Sure enough, we make it 2 laps in the run and the caution comes out, and I'm like, we're in good shape, but we're also a sitting duck at the same time, but we're able to hold on.
That was quite a battle between you and Denny Hamlin all the way down to the final corner.
See, Mike, those guys that pitted when they thought that caution was coming out, they had to get off sequence. They had to do something different. They were not going to win the race head-to-head against these guys up front.
No, they are currently 26th through 28th.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally agree with that call. You at least give yourself an opportunity to go forward. You're not in a spot that you're happy with, so do something. Give yourself a shot at one more adjustment during the pit stop and an opportunity to take those fresher tires, even though they're not as valuable as they usually are. They're still valuable at the start of this run.
All right, so you heard A.J. Allmendinger's team telling him, okay, now we have just barely enough. Regan?
Well, Mike, as drivers, we've always taken for granted how easy it was to save fuel. Simply push the clutch in, let the car coast, fire it up when you want to. Remember, AJ runs in the Xfinity Series full time. He doesn't have a lot of experience in these new Cup cars. Listen to what the team told him about how to save fuel with this and try to get the max savings.
I can shut the car off if you want me to. I haven't been because I'm nervous it won't start. Yeah, as long as you don't let the clutch out in neutral, but like just keep your foot on the clutch, you can. Just make sure you do it on cases when you got downhill that you're sure you can get back going.
Well, with a sequential box, you wouldn't go all the way down to neutral because then you'd have to come back up 1, 2, 3 up through the gears again, right?
I think that's why he said don't let the clutch out. I don't know. I don't know if you and I are up here scratching our heads. Yeah. What's that mean?
Now, one thing A.J. Allmendinger does not care about
He's off.
is having a good points day. He's not eligible for points in this series. He's here for one reason, and that's to win this race.
Absolutely, and that's the position he's got himself in at this point, is just to, I think we watched while AJ's been in third there. I think there was more than what he was showing. I think he's just being very, very strategic about how hard to run. He's watching the one of Chastain and Briscoe racing really hard with each other, hoping that they're going to wear each other out. I think he's just being super smart at this point.
And I saw that exactly at the moment when Chase Briscoe had that little slide and got off. Allmendinger pounced, and now he's the second place car.
Exactly.
14 laps to go. Your Progressive Race summary. Ross Chastain is one of 8 leaders today. He's now been out in front for the most laps, 19. 10 lead changes. 37 make that now 36 cars on the lead lap with Ricky Stenhouse out. And we've had 6 caution flags, including the 2 stage breaks. Now, the drivers that are part-timers in the Cup Series that we call the road course ringers, those with a lot more, let's say, road course than oval track experience, like Joey Ham, who's won at Le Mans, at Daytona, and at Sebring. He is in 18. Boris Said has had a little trouble with the S's. He's in 33rd. Rookie Loris Hezemans, champion of the NASCAR Euro Series, 36th. Andy Lally's car had trouble in inspection and only ran a handful of laps and is out of the race. But A.J. Allmendinger carrying the flag for what I like to call the Dan Gurney group, the road course ringers, after the all-time road course great who won 5 races, 4 in a row at Riverside, California for the Wood Brothers. Denny Hamlin, stage 2 winner, choosing to stop here. William Byron. And as you said, Tony, if you weren't up there in a position to win this race, hey, let's try something. Let's try stopping here, getting fresh tires. They have 5 sets plus 1 carryover sets from practice. Let's see what we can do to get ourselves back up front.
Well, the other thing is, too, is you have no idea all these guys up front on old tires. You know the melee's coming. You know they're going to start pushing harder, beating and banging on these restarts. If another caution comes out and 5 or 6, 7, 8 of them take themselves out, now you're in the catbird seat with track position, with tires.
Watch these drivers who just took tires on the restart. When they get up the hill to turn 1, up into that sucker hole, I'm going fast. I got new tires. I can pass all of you. And they're going to be 6 or 7 wide going in there.
And Larry might be able to add more to this. I think those guys that were the first ones on pit road were really hoping that they would draw all the cars behind them on pit road. They wouldn't lose the track position, but would still have those fresh tires.
Yeah, because the top 15 stayed out. But what I like to say, this is about the time of the race the wires start sparking inside the helmet.
That's exactly right.
So these cars up front have 13 laps on their tires. The last time 2 drivers stayed out on old tires, it was Logano and Blaney. They restarted up front, and they both lock up the tires going into turn 1. Logano goes off course. Blaney slides the fronts. And that strategy was over.
I think part of Blaney with his issue was he's seen the 22 coming across the racetrack. He's trying to figure out where am I going with him coming across like that.
Well, he's currently ninth.
Yeah, run.
Able to rebound the best Logano back in 28.
The other aspect of that is that's your first attempt at, that restart on old tires. Every other restart, every other attempt at that turn one corner is on fresh Goodyear rubber, and the things are sticky. You go up there on old brakes and old tires. You can tell it's a handful.
Hey, Daniel Suarez is back in the top 15.
I mean, you're gonna plug it when I go.
Now, one thing I like watching turn one, you should climb that hill, 130 feet of elevation change, and just when you need the downforce on the nose the most, is right when the hill flattens out, and then you have to turn in, and whoa, nothing sticks.
Yeah, all the variables are working against you at that point. No load on the front tires. You're starting to turn in. You got the inside tire as light as it's going to be at any point of the racetrack. That's
yeah.
You act like you're a driver.
Good luck with that.
He is, man. Road course ace.
I've vintage raced here. I don't know what you call that on the racing ladder, but it's a lot of fun. Okay.
Old farts?
No, come on. Historic Trans Am. Good fun. Good fun.
Here we go.
I have another one, but I'm not saying.
It's a bunch of old half-assed guys trying to prove to everybody that they're as quick as they once thought they were, and we're not. So we have a lot of fun. That's half FAST.
There you go, green.
I watched you at Sonoma. It was a lot of fun to watch you guys. It was a blast.
It's a one of those.
I don't want to qualify for that yet. You are. Here we go, boys. I'm excited. Get on your feet.
Now
they're going to restart with 12 to go. Chastain, Allmendinger,
they're gonna
Briscoe,
go past the restart
Elliott,
zone.
Kyle Busch, Reddick, Cindric. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Good jump for Briscoe. He's looking to the inside.
Oh!
Open the door up. It might be Reddick to the...
It could be ready to lead. Oh God! Ross Chastain still has the lead.
Great restart for Tyler Reddick.
Oh, such a great restart for Tyler Reddick.
14. That's a stop and go. Unfortunately, or not a stop and go. That's a pass through.
Pass through at pit road speed.
For who?
And that will be devastating for Briscoe's hopes today.
Chase Briscoe. God. Briscoe, really? Chase Briscoe. Wow, but yes, sir. That has to be disappointing for Chase Briscoe. Oh!
And around goes Kaz Gralla. Now we've got about 2 minutes to clear the track before they have to throw a caution flag, so plenty of time for them to get going and for us to stay green.
You just spun out.
While they race on, let's first go back and show you what happened to Chase Briscoe.
You see, he was loose there. I called that. Grabbed a gear and downshifted. Somebody got in the back of him.
Oh, wow. Grab my PlayStation for me. Yeah, give me a sec.
With the 16 and the 14, but that's the rule's the rule, though.
And here are the
Regardless
spinners.
of how you get there.
First, Austin Cindric after contact, probably from Joey Hand, maybe Brad Keselowski, and Kaz Gralla, collateral damage in that one. Here's Chase Briscoe.
Yeah, and unfortunately, I mean, whether you got pushed off or not, if you go off, you went off.
There's the schedule again. Sorry if I keep on showing the schedule, but
pushed off the track at Indy last year.
Sorry if I kept on showing the schedule. I had
It's
to
a
move
moot
my
point
laptop
because
a little
something's
bit
happened
down.
to LaJoy's car, and there is fluid on the track.
What? My controllers. Where are they? Oh.
So race control has Chase Briscoe's situation under review.
I'm not sure. I think they may look at that a second time. I'm
Again?
sorry, Tony. Man, I don't see it that way. He got knocked off of the racetrack. You can see clearly at no penalty to 14, and I agree with that call. That's the right call.
Another caution.
In my opinion. You can
Trust
see
me,
the
I'm not
contact
upset
on the
about
back of his car. I understand what you said by the rule, but it's a different scenario if you get knocked off the racing surface. That wasn't his doing. It wasn't his choice. He got moved out that way.
He didn't cut the course. He got punted off course.
Well, the good thing, the most important part of it is as long as it's the same for everybody, I agree with that too, because
you can see right there he got hit, moved out of the way. Or enough of a penalty by just losing the track position that you did. Now, if he would have shot across there and gained 3 or 4 spots, I'd have been telling you a little bit different side of the story and had a different opinion. But I don't see he lost 3 or 4 spots by getting knocked off. There's 3, there's 4 spots, and that's enough penalties.
See, he and Allmendinger got together, but then the loss of forward motion might have taken Chase Elliott into him and off the track. But whatever, he didn't just drive off there. So good call.
Well, just to your point, he did lose spots in the transaction. So I like it for all the drivers because something happens and you get pushed off. I mean, that's what happened last year at Indy, and it ruined his race. You know, he was in a position to not necessarily have a result where he had to go and do a stop and go and lose all those positions. This is a step in the right direction. Just actually glad to see that it's changing because it does give these other drivers peace of mind that they can race. They can't put themselves too wide without necessarily having the risk of it automatically being a penalty.
So Briscoe falls to 8th, and he will stay there as the penalty has been withdrawn.
Okay, where's my tires? Where's the first guy on those 4 tires?
That would be Cole Custer in 9th place.
9th place. Gonna have to keep an eye on that. Cautions, precautions.
Martin
Another
Truex
caution.
in 12th, and Kevin Harvick in
Love
16th.
That conversation's gonna start being.
They have fresher tires.
And not only Custer at 9th, somebody that had trouble, Christopher Bell's up to 11th now.
Wasn't I had trouble, dude? Like, holy crap.
There is when everybody was last on pit road.
Corey
Custer
LaJoie.
in 9th place, lap 53, 11
Corey
laps
LaJoie
fresher
cannot
tires.
get his car fired
As
back
has
up.
Christopher Bell, Martin Truex.
That is
Eric Jones and
disappointing
Kevin
for
Harvick.
Corey LaJoie.
This helps. Fuel mileage. Allmendinger.
And Briscoe will pit under this caution. We'll step away and go Fox side by side, coming to 10 laps to go in Austin.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Wow. Perfect. I think red is more me. Giddy up.
Did you know that every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care? A 2-year or 25,000-mile maintenance plan and roadside assistance. That's the value you can expect from Toyota.
Ready, set, go get your Toyota today.
Toyota, let's go places.
It's still the Eat Fresh Refresh, and Subway's refreshing their Italians. So we're taking this to Italy. Refresh. Because Subway now has Italian-style capicola on the new matzo meat and supreme meats.
Love the smell of Italian food.
Subway keeps refreshing and refreshing.
On the front lines, every detail is critical and every second counts. That's why Verizon Frontline is built for 5G to help enhance situational awareness and improve crisis response. Verizon Frontline, the advanced networking technology for first responders.
Mahindra's the official tractor of Tough, right, Chase?
Yep, that's right, Tony.
This baby's got 4,000 pounds of front-end lift capacity, right?
It sure does.
So who's tougher, kid? Me or you?
Inside
You
the
are, Tony.
teenagers are.
Can you put me down now?
What? You want to go higher? Okay.
I said down, you old goat.
I am the goat.
Mahindra, the official tractor of Tough and Stewart Haas Racing.
Come on, Tony, put me down.
Come on, Tony, put me down. It's funny. Oh god, that's funny. I love it.
Catch all
I love
that.
it. I want that commercial now.
Or that. We'll get ready for this. And a whole lot of this. I am Full Throttle. I am NASCAR.
I am Full Throttle. I am NASCAR.
One historic game. Two networks.
Go!
On April 16th, the USFL makes history with a special opening night as the Birmingham Stallions open the season against the New Jersey Generals.
How about this?
Live on Fox and NBC.
What a game!
Generals, Stallions, April 16th on Fox and NBC. There's a reputation on the track, one that screams, bring it. Loud enough so the whole world will see it coming. I am the NASCAR Xfinity Series. I am NASCAR.
I am NASCAR.
Most road course wins in the Cup Series all time. Chase Elliott has 7, including this race last year. Tony Stewart has 8. And they are all topped by Jeff Gordon with 9.
Man, the old vice got you right there. Not an owner, but the old vice chairman got you and wins on the road course. You know how many I got? I'm not even going to give you.
I was gonna say,
I got
did you make the
one?
list?
Yeah, they're on the list. I mean, barely made the race.
All right, we learned that Chase Briscoe stopped because he had flat spotted his tires, so he had to give up that 8th spot to come in. You got Ross Chastain trying to win his first Cup race. A.J. Allmendinger trying to be the first driver since Dan Gurney, my hero, to win his first 3 Cup races on road courses. And then you got Tyler Reddick, you got Chase Elliott. Alex Bowman, who do you like?
I don't know. I still like AJ Allmendinger. I think he's just been biding his time, taking care of his equipment, taking care of his tires. And when push comes to shove at this, and there's a long way to go before we get to that, I still feel like. But when it comes to it, he will get himself in that position.
Now, Chastain and Allmendinger were teammates at Kaulig racing the Xfinity Series, and they have tried taking each other out for a win on the last lap.
Yes, but I'm telling you, I'm sticking with it. The ones to watch it, we remember that. It was Ross Chastain, birthday, the owner. I'm telling you, Trackhouse Racing. Ross Chastain, 3 podium finishes the last 3 races. I think today's the day.
I've not had any bots come by yet. I'm not surprised
All
yet.
right. It all begins with this restart with 9
I'm not
laps to
surprised
go.
all the bots actually came by
4,
yet.
5 Chevys up front, then Kyle Busch's Toyota. And remember Polster Ryan Blaney, his Ford is in 7th ahead of Cole Custer and Michael McDowell. Custer, Truex in 10th, and Harvick in 15th with those fresher tires. Let's see how this plays out. Up the hill to turn 1.
Oh, we're back green. You're back green.
That's a rear lockup.
Chastain
Line to
and
go.
Allmendinger. They trade paint. Somebody's rounding off coming down the hill. Cloud of smoke and a hearty
Cole Custer.
Cole Custer.
Poor Cole Custer,
Right
dude.
there. And he is rolling. He will stay green.
Chastain got some run, got some room off of 21. He ran Allmendinger real wide. Hopefully that don't come back to bite him.
Well, we've seen Allmendinger's MO. Wait for or force the driver ahead into a mistake and then pounce. So he's got 7, maybe 8 laps to play.
Out of bounds. What are you going to do in 11 right here? Big time corner. You see 3 wide back there in the back. Danny Hamlin around backwards.
Danny Hamlin.
Oh, Danny Hamlin on the road.
You know
He got
what's
spun
coming.
around.
It's crunch time. Long straightaway, getting in at 12.
And Hamlin pulls away. Chase Elliott in for it. Struggled in qualifying, but he has had a methodical, steady race here, trying to
9 to go.
become the 4th Hendrick driver to win
9 to
this
go.
season.
Getting in that mirror. That's what AJ
Ross
Allmendinger's
Chastain's still
trying
in
to
first
do.
place. I don't get why. Ross Chastain's dominating this race so far. But that's until AJ Allmendinger. But that's until AJ Allmendinger just passes him up for first. But I don't think he's gonna. Because you see Ross Chastain right now. He's actually dominating this race.
Eric Almirola has spun. He had a bad lap, Tony.
Eric Almirola spun.
See if we can spin all of our cars out, it looks like.
Of the drivers on the new tires, Cole Custer spun. Truex is up to 8th. Harvick holding at 14.
Hello for this.
The thing that's been impressive, at least from sitting here, I mean, I have the confidence that AJ Allmendinger is going to get himself in a really good spot. But Ross Chastain, no matter who it's been that's been challenging him, he just has not made a mistake. He's been extremely solid.
Look at this. His heart rate is lower now than it was at the midpoint in the race when he was battling. He's in control of this race. He might just be wearing out towards the end. Well, there's not much rate left. But I think you're just cool as ice, just like you were saying, and not making those mistakes. Well, and I mean, they're breathing down his neck, feeling the pressure.
Absolutely, but he's kept himself just enough of a gap for the majority of it. He's had times when they're fighting and getting close to him, but he's doing a great job on all these restarts of getting through one, just like here. Gets himself off the corner, gets the lead back, then settles back into his rhythm.
5 wide in a couple of places there on that restart. And Cole Custer around. On that one, he has recovered, but he's back at 41st place. Hamlin and Almirola now are 32nd place. Hamlin and Almirola now 33rd and 34th, recovering from their spins.
Oh, Casgralla.
And around goes Casgralla. Jamie?
Casgralla around. Casgralla around.
I talked to his crew chief this morning, Alan Gustafson. He said, we didn't go to the road course test in the off-season. It was actually the end of the championship run, and we focused on that. They unloaded here, and they were way off. His driver was not comfortable. They didn't have the car set up right. They have worked on it today, even overcoming a slow pit stop to find themselves in the top 5. Something they have not done yet this season.
School on Ross Chastain. If Chastain has a weakness on this course, Allmendinger has likely already figured out where it is. Question will be, when will he make his move?
Or can you take advantage of that? Is he also weak in that section, or where is it a section where if he gets close enough that he can take advantage?
Chastain has not put a wheel wrong.
So right there it is.
Oh! Never mind then.
Still got a decent launch off the corner. That all comes from having him in the mirror. That was a braking zone. You've got a road course ringer and AJ Allmendinger. Where do they usually shine, Tony? Under braking.
Absolutely.
See? Has him in the mirror, moving over, protecting that line. Now you don't have as good an entrance coming up. Enables him to hang it out a little bit, gets a better run-up off. A good defensive line there. Might have spiked his heart rate just a little.
Missed the bottom again.
I don't know that was. I think that may have been by design. That's almost a double apex corner. But you got to be careful opening that door up because he'll take it. Listen to those tires fall.
Oh yeah.
Slip and slide, and you can see AJ. You heard the tires, and then you look up, and there, sideways. Going for it. Came to see. Most important corner on the course right here, turn 20. You gotta have the momentum. Get to the start finish line off this corner and then up the hill. Got a lot of track to play with here. This track, if we break it down
Soon to go.
3 sectors,
try to look at
That's
any
six.
differences
6 to go now.
between this lead duo. Sector 1 from start finish down to turn 6 at the end of the S's. Sector 2 takes us through the hairpin and all the way down to the exit of turn 12. Third sector back around start finish. So we've been tracking these two leaders through the 3 different sectors. Chastain quicker in section 1 and 3. Allmendinger faster in sector 2. That includes that long back straightaway.
And that's exactly where we saw him get right to the rear bumper of Ross Chastain's sector 2, which is his strong suit. Tony, you led us to that. Where is he stronger and where is his weaknesses? Find out where his weaknesses are and make sure a caution doesn't come out.
Loris Hezemans has spun.
He's at the end
No,
of
I didn't break that one though.
I think no power. 6 to go.
Caution. There it is.
And there's the yellow.
That takes you right back to there. Strengths and weaknesses. And I think A.J. Allmendinger has found his strengths, knows his, and knows that weakness of the car in front of him, Ross Chastain. And where is it? Getting into 11. He was all over him, and I think that's where he's going to make his dive bomb move.
And absolutely, and you saw it too, where through that carousel, he got a little bit free. This might actually work to AJ's advantage, let the tires cool off a little bit. I think Ross is in a good spot, but this probably benefits AJ more than it does anybody else.
Joey Hand has taken his car to the garage, joining Corey LaJoy, Ricky Stenhouse, Bubba Wallace, and Andy Lally. So 34 cars all on the lead lap will battle in the final 5 laps at Circuit of the Americas. It's Joey Hand's car done for the day. Apparently.
Fairly certain fuel is out of the equation. We don't have to worry about fuel mileage anymore. Now it is strictly, it's the old saying of smoke 'em if you got 'em. This is that time now.
Larry, would you have any sets left in the pits if you wanted tires?
Well, Mike, if I'm up there inside the top 10, I'm not going to have to worry about a wheel coming off because I've already packed my pit equipment up. We're done coming to pit road.
You're headed for Richmond, huh? Right.
Well, they got new tires, but again, you're sitting here with 34 drivers on the lead lap.
Well, we might see some takers and those in the back trying to better their position in the final rundown here. Pit road is closed. You see that flashing red light? Five to go is the signal from the flag stand. Now remember, the 1 to go here does not come at start finish. It comes at turn 11. The USFL took over Birmingham, Alabama this week. Players and coaches began preparing for the first season. Anticipation is building. First game is just 20 days away. April 16th, the New Jersey Generals and Birmingham Stallions will battle on both Fox and NBC. One of you's a general, one of you's a stallion.
Oh, he'll want to be the general, but I promise you I can outrun him, so I'll be a stallion. Tony, nobody's won more road course races than you have. You're the king at this. I want to know, all right, I'm going to put you in the seat of that one car. What do you need to do to hold off that 16 of A.J. Allmendinger?
I think the most crucial thing is when you get on the gas for the restart, control that restart zone. Make sure that when you get on the gas, you don't slip the tires. Make sure your tires are clean, so when you get to turn 1, and just like Mike mentioned, when that load comes off the front of the car, that the tires are clean, you have the best grip you can have. Just try to get one good, clean corner. If you can get it right and nobody interrupts it, get a little bit of a gap, then you're in control again.
All right, buddy. How you going to win the race, A.J. Allmendinger?
Do exactly what he's been doing and what we've been talking about. Get in his mirror, stay in his mirror, keep him occupied. The spotters tell him exactly how far back, but we as drivers still have that habit looking in that mirror. And if you're moving off center, left, and right, you're wondering, and you'll eventually start questioning whether your spotter's on top of it or not.
Now, in my opinion, Mike, if you're going to ask me, I've only won one of these things, but I'm going to capitalize on where I've been good at all day long, and that is turn 11. That's where the dive bomb's coming, the biggest passing zone in this track. The race was won in the truck series there, and I think that's where A.J. Allmendinger goes for it.
Now, in the truck race, which went to overtime, Kyle Busch was the leader, and he was in a horrible position. If he opens up the entry to turn 11 to get a big launch down the straightaway, he'll get dive bombed on the inside, and that's exactly what happened. If he takes a defensive line into turn 11 as the leader, then everybody goes wide, and slingshots him coming off the corner.
Now they're going to dive bomb me getting into 12.
I mean, that's been hard to win from where he was.
That's what's so cool about the layout of this track.
Yes.
It creates those scenarios, kind of cat and mouse, if you will, of if you protect, he's going to hold it out and get a run on you up off the corner and set up turn 12.
And
those
turn 11
two back-to-back passing zones at a road course are what makes this track unique and pretty special.
As Tony said during the qualifying, the practice, turn 11 is so wide, you can't block the whole corner.
Yeah, you can either block the first half of it or the last half, but you can't block both halves. So it's pick your poison. If your car's turning really well, I think you can guard the inside a little bit. If you know you can get it to cut and you have good forward drive, you give yourself a better opportunity. But you have to know what your car is capable of. If it's not turning good, you may not be able to protect the inside on entry. You may have to rely on that exit.
Let's show you what we're talking about from overtime in the truck race here yesterday.
It's exactly what
in
you
the
just
white
said.
51.
And he held it out. He didn't go to the inside to protect whatsoever. And you can see it. The rest is history. He went to turn into the corner. Alex Bowman and Stuart Friesen were there. Hit him, knocked all three trucks out, laid it in the lap
of Zane
Smith in the 38 truck, and off to victory lane he goes. And I think you're exactly right, Tony. Does Kyle Busch look back on that and think, man, maybe I should have pulled over there and protected it? But that was such a huge dive bomb. I mean, he had a car length and a half.
I mean, he had 3 car lengths ahead of the second, third place trucks. The problem was second and third were racing each other. They weren't trying to necessarily get by Kyle in that move. Those 2 trucks were racing each other and trying to protect their position.
And you knew it was just a racing incident because after it was over, everybody was mad at everybody.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah. Well, that's a race. Yeah. What you call that?
That's right.
There's only one guy happy. That guy's pretty happy.
Justin Marks.
I bet his heart rate's higher than his driver's. And it should be. He should be proud. That's right.
A.J. Allmendinger, his driver, Ross Chastain, in the lead. A.J. Allmendinger won on the Indy road course last year after Chase Briscoe and Denny Hamlin had a crazy battle for the lead with 2 laps to go.
And it's a very similar, I wouldn't say similar, but it's very chaotic. Turn 1 at Indy on the road course is just as chaotic as turn 1 is here.
Look at that old heart rate. We're under caution right now. This guy is leading the race. His first race, could win his first race ever in a Cup Series, and you can tell that heart rate hasn't went down much. Still 130 beats per minute, pretty high for under caution.
Well, now he has more time to think about it, which is the problem. That's why it's not going down. He's sitting there, he's doing exactly what you and I just talked about. He's trying to think, what do I have to do to protect this lead? How am I going to do this different? Every time you do a restart, they start, if you do the same thing every time, they are going to figure out your pattern and capitalize on it. So he's trying to figure out, how do I do something in the restart zone just a little bit different than what I've been doing before to try to get these guys off stage.
It's called composure on 3.
Meanwhile, Alex Bowman wants to be able to do just what Zane Smith did in that truck race. He is in the stealing seat. If those 2 up front plus Tyler Reddick get together at turn 11 or elsewhere, he or Chase Elliott could steal this.
This race is far from over. It's anybody's race. And we've seen that time and time again this year with this series.
This track is awesome for these new cars. It's only our second time here and our first time in dry weather, but what a tremendous race these cars and these drivers have put on for us today.
And they've looked fun to drive. I mean, it's been since the 16 since I drove a Cup car, but those cars, we would get the left front off the ground on left-hand corners, and you'd shift to the right, and the right front tire would come over. These have held a real nice platform. They just look like they're fun cars to drive out there.
Martin Truex up there with Ryan Blaney, our pole sitter, 7th and 8th. Remember, Truex has much newer tires than the rest of this top 10. So does Eric Jones, Austin Dillon, William Byron, and a couple of cars behind them.
I apologize for the long delay, YouTube, but
And Daniel Suarez has passed and cycled his way up to 12th after leading the first 15 laps of this race.
I don't know what happened. I actually had to return my headset. Apparently I get paid next week.
Going to see some beating and banging 5, 6.
So I'll be able to get a new headset, a new steering wheel. Actually, I'll be able to get hopefully a new headset and a new steering wheel. Hopefully. Two things on the list. One of them being a wireless headset. Same model as that.
We're down to the end of this thing where now
same model as the
gotta get that optimum lap number.
headset my mom has, and then the second one would be a new steering wheel. I'm hoping to get an Logitech P29 or a Thrustmaster C150, I think it was.
AJ knows he's going to do that now. Will he try to change something up?
They go 20. They will restart with 3 to go on their feet.
Yeah, T150, hopefully I can get it as well. Then the Logitech G29. It's depending on how much I get paid.
A lot better jump this time for AJ.
Takes a late cut for the corner. He's got some momentum. Nope, right to the back bumper of Chastain. Bowman challenging. And the restart is under review as Tyler Reddick. And caution has waived.
You heard me say it. AJ was definitely a lot better restart.
I don't think that was somebody spun out there. Oh, Joey Logano, 3rd time today.
Is that a rough
Again, Joey Logano.
Rocks split out.
Toe links broke. Rear of the car. You see the right rear toe link? Yeah. Probably contact at the top of the hill.
Oh, I hope we're not going under. Tyler Reddick up in first. Hopefully he gets the win. I do not know if he'll get the win or not.
Now, NASCAR rules, they want drivers to stay in their respective lane until they pass the start-finish stripe.
Who's it on? Kevin Harvick.
Pretty wide there, even before that. So
that's Haley in the middle. And more.
There's 2 different scenarios there that they could be looking at.
How many cars did that?
Didn't get going there. And there's where Tyler Reddick went to the inside of the 2 front row restarters.
Oh, he hit the lead. Oh, the 5.
Oh, Logano and Kurt Busch. And more.
God, no.
Or it's Kyle Larson, isn't it?
No, I thought it was. No, it is Kyle.
It is Kyle.
Yeah.
Let's ride with Kurt Busch through this.
Looking to your right, Bob. Looking to your right. He's out there on your right, and 2 on your left. 2 on your right, 2 more on your left. Bob's only 1 right.
Oh, God. The glass on the camera shattered.
Pretty hard contact.
Yeah. This new generation car just doesn't give. Just keeps going. So Joey Logano, Kurt Busch, and Kyle Larson are all involved there coming out of turn 1.
Flat tires, or are they up? I believe they're all up. I would agree they all look up.
That right rear is pointing toward the center of the car. That's not toe in. That's a whole foot in. And they're going to have a little bit of the rock quarry there to clean up. Just a little sweep up to do. Ninth caution flag, the most ever on a road course in a cup race, is 10. That's happened twice. Regan?
Well, Mike Justin Mark started Trackhouse Racing over a year ago, or a little over a year ago. So much success so soon. Now your driver is in position to get the first win for Trackhouse Racing. What's your heart rate like right now?
Well, it's a little easier to drive these things and watch them, honestly, when you got that this much invested in it. I mean, it wouldn't be a NASCAR road course race if it didn't take us an hour to run these last 10 laps. I mean, anything can happen at the end. I'm just proud of everybody's effort. Ross is a heck of a race car driver. We got him, giving him a fast car. I'm just watching like all of you, man. Just hoping he can bring it home.
Thanks, Justin. Good luck.
Daniel Suarez has pitted, so has Kyle Larson and Joey Logano. And Ross Chastain now sits second. Where do you want to be on this next restart, though? Inside or outside?
Want to be a half a lap ahead.
I know. Yes.
I still think you want to be on the inside. I mean, I believe you have a lot more control of your destiny being on the inside. I mean, Ross has done a really good job, and I don't think there's anything wrong with what he's been doing. He's going in, he's guarding that inside, and he is using
Well, it's time for NASCAR overtime.
He's not going to give it to somebody on the outside. He's going to make them. They're going to have to drive around him on the outside.
Not so. Hey, Reddick's in the lead. Reddick's the one that's going to take the inside, and man, I'm telling you, he ran the 16 of Allmendinger wide, opened the door up for Reddick to hook that inside, and he did. And now he is your leader. He will be taking that inside line. But I'm telling you, it's just, you just take whatever you can do. Elbows up, you're going to try to push him off on the outside, try to protect the inside.
Now, NASCAR reviewed the last restart, and they found no foul. The restart was good. So now we're under caution getting ready for NASCAR overtime. Regan?
Chris Rice, team president at College Racing. You've got your guy, A.J. Allmendinger, in position to win this race right now. What do you tell him on these wild restarts at the end?
Hey, we just here for trophies. That's what you tell him. You tell him get after it. It's time to go. And we've had two great College Racing cars today, and that's all kudos to the guys and girls here at College Racing. But A.J. Allmendinger is definitely going to put on a show, I'll guarantee. He's on the inside lane for the first time, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Thanks, Chris.
Chris Rice, general manager of College Racing. The Rice family with a lot of history at South Boston Speedway in Virginia. So they'll be ring next time at College. And Richard Childress, the three-car owners at the front of the field. Then it's Rick Hendrick, Roger Penske, Joe Gibbs, the usual suspects.
Got to give those guys a lot of credit. They are holding their own in this sport, and Matt Colling has certainly stepped up to the plate, invested heavily in NASCAR, obviously for great reasons, seeing good return and loving racing and what he's doing, and doing a whale of a job, winning the Xfinity races and competing for wins in the Cup. Can't say enough about them and their organization.
Exactly. He's done a great job in the Xfinity Series. This was the perfect time for new organizations and new people, new car owners, to come in the series with a new car. It's as level a playing field as it's ever been because everybody's starting from scratch.
Yeah. And now we got two drivers on the front row, both looking for their first career win. This is going to get interesting. Let's go back to why we're under caution. That's Joey Logano in yellow, Kyle Larson, and this is Kurt Busch. Toe link that controls the angle of those rear wheels, toe in and toe out. That's why they call it a toe link. That's how you measure it, and that one is way broken in.
But that's a part that they can replace. Again, go back to the strength of these race cars. I mean, all three of those cars, there's no way if that was the old car, they would have kept going. You're going to replace that toe link on the 22, the 5, replace whatever they have, and they're going to see the end of this race because of that.
So we're coming to overtime. Green, white checker, 2 laps of overtime. If the leader takes the white flag under the green flag,
Well,
The next flag
it was clean, but now all of a sudden it's like
everything that you expected about this restart.
it like all of a sudden there's wrecks and whatnot. So
Not only us watching, those guys behind him. Everybody knows what to expect.
should be quite interesting
as you go up into this corner
for an overtime.
Now with Ty Reddick being your leader, nobody has a clue what's going to happen in front of them. Attack. All right, but does he overdrive the corner? Does he slide like Joey Logano does? Chastain and Allmendinger both had a lot of experience in doing so and leading this pack to the green.
Both guys on the front row haven't controlled the restart from this side, so it's totally new for both of them.
And everybody behind them because of so. First time winners have won 3 of the last 11 races.
We
Here we
go.
Overtime sponsored by Credit One Bank.
In 3, 2, 1, green, green, green.
He's going to have to run him wide. He does.
Oh, my career mode car is in first. I'm not even gonna lie, my career mode car is in first. Instead, it's Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick. No! Come on, man. Come on, Tyler.
Aggressive move, but that's what it takes to win this race.
Absolutely. He didn't do anything to take anybody out. Nobody spun out in the transaction. Let it go.
And he's pulling away. Because they're side by side for second. Allmendinger inside has the preferred line here. And he has second.
Can't believe this, dude. What the hell?
Chastain needs to utilize his strong suit. Where was it? In this third zone. Get through the stadium section good. Make sure you've got enough distance between you and AJ that he can't dive bomb you into 11. We all know that's where the setup is.
Bowman to the inside is going to grab third spot.
Dude, can I honestly say Ross Chastain has too much speed right there? Can I honestly say that?
He honestly just needs to not make mistakes right now.
He's literally having too much speed in this car.
Run your smooth lap.
I don't know what he has in his car that makes it go way too fast, but it's going way too fast. No one can catch up to him. Other than AJ Allmendinger, but AJ Allmendinger's falling behind. So that's
I'm anxious and
NASCAR really does need to review that on that part. At least that's what I'm thinking. Wait, Alex Bowman.
If I'm his spotter, I'm telling him everything's in front of him. Don't look at that mirror. Don't worry about anything behind. Just run your lap right now.
Chase Briscoe has a flat tire. 1 lap to go. The leader has seen the white flag. See the next flag. The race will be over. AJ Allmendinger, 3/4 of a second back.
Hey guys, unless the 48 gets close, just leave them alone.
Final lap.
There's Allmendinger's radio.
There's no way AJ Allmendinger is going to catch up.
Chastain getting through those S's really good.
Through the S's, Allmendinger loses a 1/10 of a second to the leader.
Ross has done a great job of getting off the corner, getting back to the gas, not slipping the tire. That has been his strong suit.
Alex Bowman's already caught up.
And he was running 5th. I was just fixing to say the rebound of Joe Gibbs. Here it comes. The last ditch effort dive bomb. Quite a ways back.
160 miles an hour. Down this back straightaway to turn 12, and then down to 45 miles an hour right here.
Much ground AJ Allmendinger gains right there.
But Chastain didn't miss the apex. He's on him. Allmendinger's there.
Opening door up.
He won't open this one up though right here.
No. Oh, he's going to use.
AJ's going to open it for him.
Moved him.
Oh, he moved him.
Chastain, will he answer?
Come on, Bowman, come on! Oh! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Oh! No! Oh no! No!
He got moved and moved him back.
Absolutely.
Great job, boy.
Oh my God! You had him right there, Bowman! You had him right there! Oh my God!
Everything he could do for his win. Man,
Oh God!
but Ross Chastain, whale of a job navigating those last two corners. They will replay.
Oh my God! You had him right there, Bowman. Come on, man.
When we see the replay of that, all three of those drivers did exactly what they needed to do in that scenario. I mean,
You had him right there, Bowman. You had him. You had him right there, Alex Bowman. God.
You mean there were other cars that
Oh, come on, man.
The 29-year-old
You fucking Alex Bowman had him.
First career win in the NASCAR Cup Series, becoming the third first-time winner this year. Here's the restart.
AJ's looking really good right there.
Yeah, Reddick had the position.
You had him
And
right
right
there.
here you'll see Chastain gets into the 8, moves him into Allmendinger, moves them both up the track. Does it again there, gains position. Not here, but again, we always talk about set yourself up for the next apex. There he's in position and launches
Oh
to
my God.
Let's go to the last lap.
Tyler Reddick would have had that one as well. But no.
moved him out of the way as he should have. Going for a
Alex
win like
Bowman,
this.
you had him right there. Dude, you had him right there.
And then you got Alex Bowman that's snuck in the picture too that is trying to
Can't
keep them both
believe
honest.
that.
He gets into the back of the one
God.
car, gets his nose underneath to the right. Then you don't know
You
who's
had
gonna make
him,
it the rest of
Bowman.
the
You
way.
had him.
Bowman sets
You
up for a
literally
big loss
had
on
him.
this corner. And
This
it's
is
going to
back
be
at the
right with
stadium.
them.
Well, he opened the
You
door up
literally
there,
had him.
but he got a good run. And now he has to protect. AJ had the spot.
It's a double kink to the left there, so you can guard the first part of it. That last part
Fucking
just
had
gave
him.
AJ enough room to get his nose in, get by.
Oh
but then
my
right here,
God, Bowman, you had
it's
him.
like, we think Bowman's going to win this thing and has the lead.
They were racing each other. Bowman got there, and boy, croquet.
You had him.
Chastain sends the 16 into the 48.
And it's exactly
Oh
what
my
he had to do. If he didn't hit
God.
him hard enough that he moves him into the 48, the 48 wins the race. He hit him hard enough, then he bounced him into the croquet into the 48. Wow, what a finish. Great job, Ross Chastain. Trackhouse Racing, your new cup winner.
Literally had him.
Happy
I
birthday,
cannot
Justin
believe that.
Marks.
Ross Chastain, crew chief Phil Surgeon, owner Justin Marks.
Fucking had him, dude. What the hell?
For that team. And Alex Bowman had a shot to steal it. Came close.
He played it right. All three of those guys played their position and their
Fucking
role
had
in that
him,
last
dude.
third of the lap. They played it right.
Oh my God. I'm done.
He's got the crew chief in there.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I'm fucking done, dude. What the hell?
I wonder what
You
his heart rate
fucking
is
had him
now.
right there, Bowman. You had him. You can have one you want. Thank you, Mom. Appreciate it. Thank you, Mom. Alex Bowman, I had him right there. I can honestly say that. Alex Bowman had him right there. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat. Hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. I apologize that. Yeah, I apologize about what happened. But fucking Ross Chastain won. Nothing I can do about it. Nothing we all can do about it. So Ross Chastain won. Alex Bowman had him. It was such a good finish, though. I'm not even gonna lie on that, but Alex Bowman had him. I can honestly say that. So I'll see y'all in the next episode.